Quite fun. Quite funny. Only 6 episodes. And where are we live?
No, this was a lie. Yeah. I used the trick version of StreamYard. Yeah.
Welcome to Ssnotwasscall. I'm your host, Emily the Criminally.
I don't like when you do this.
I don't like when I do it either.
You know what? I'm going to boot you. So, no, I never say welcome to it. It's not.
George looks so
how
concerned.
we do it.
When you kicked me out, I was like, shit, what happened?
What have I done?
It's not you, man. It's not you. Trust and believe.
Yeah. It's not you. It's not me.
It's Emily.
It's Emily the Criminally. Well, yeah, it's the show. Yeah, there we are. It's not really started until Chris cracks open a cold one. It's usually a seltzer, some sort of seltzer.
No, it's a cider. It's a cider that I always say wrong because they say it's Hamburg hard cider, but watching Complete Beatles too many times, it's Hamburg, and it will always be Hamburg.
Hamburg.
Mach Schau.
Hamburg. Hello. Hamburg.
So hello and welcome to
It's
Emily
time
the
to mock show.
Show. We just said the show. I just like looking at the desiccated or bloated versions of those people who were in Hamburg with them. You know, just all these guys who are like, huh? Yeah, remember when we did that? It was not... Nothing for that, though. Nothing beats the Jimi Hendrix movie. You ever see that one? It's 70s high and strung out and rail thin, like Clapton and Townsend and all those people. They're like, yeah, we really like when you give it. It's like, were those words? It's like, no, methadone does bad things to your speaking voice.
No,
it's not.
Intercut with like 16mm footage of Jimmy like just like strung out on a couch mumbling some on.
So strung out, and he was a child. He died at 27.
Little
Didn't even think of that because he was like he lived a life. He jumped out of planes, right? I mean, for the military, not just for fun.
Yeah, he was a paratrooper.
Paratrooper. Yeah, and then
What, in Korea?
how's the timing?
No, it's
work out?
peacetime. It would have been peacetime.
Oh, so he was just training. Okay.
Just for fun. Yeah. But yeah, he was one of the. And then there's like all this footage of him, like Little Richard and the Isley brothers, and you see little Ernie Isley going, just like that.
Yeah, you know what my favorite story like that is? It does involve Jimi Hendrix. There's a picture of Jimi Hendrix sitting front row at a Buddy Guy concert, mouth agape. Like in the early 60s or late 50s or something like that.
That makes sense.
And totally makes sense. Then like, I mean, just that trajectory, like, you know, those proto blues guys that are like that stayed contemporary, like B.B. King and Albert, the Kings, obviously Freddie,
and
Albert,
Freddie.
B.B. Yes, I said Freddie, sir.
Sadly, none of them related, which I just
no,
come on.
Just like I'm not related to Bobby Blue Bland, although I get that a lot.
I don't.
That's it. That's the end.
George, did you know his last name is
it's Bland.
Reportedly Bland?
Reportedly.
Purportedly.
I'm sure it's lovely either way.
Nah, it's real dry.
No, my first thought is Michael Bland, drummer for the New Power Generation, not here.
Okay.
In Minneapolis. So.
Mine is my dad.
There's still that picture of me when I was like 18, like when I finally, right before I got out of high school, with like shoulder length hair, in a tuxedo at my like guitar final thing, and I look like I was in the New Power Generation, and I'm not kidding. Yeah, you may have been in the room, George. You may have been in the room for that.
I think I was.
Yeah, I think it's entirely possible.
That's a good segue. We're not going to get into the segment yet, but how long have you two known each other?
I know the segment.
Oh, that requires math.
Yeah, but since high school.
A year, yeah. Do you have a year? So that's the 90s?
So late 80s?
Yeah, 89.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And
it's 35. Hey, happy anniversary, 35 years.
No.
35 years of whatever the...
Jesus.
Yeah, because I'm 34 in like a month. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're still Jesus age for a while, so
For a
get
little
on
bit.
that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna if I die before my show that I have on my birthday, then I am the Messiah.
Is that the one
It's
you're
canon.
playing with? The one girl? That
Yeah,
one
and
girl?
Rob.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, George, I think those people were after your time. Although you may have met. Was Rob still doing the VOM when he came on? When you came on?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no, it may have been Rowan that was hosting
I
at that
can't
point.
remember.
But
I
Rob,
think
this
the
may have
first
been
one that I did had Rob.
Okay. Okay.
yeah. When you had the piss poor fortune of meeting me and thusly being dragged into this,
Yeah. So
whatever the
sorry.
fuck this is.
In advance.
We're so sorry.
advance. I should have sent you. I mean,
Thank you for coming, and we're very sorry. That's like the the
sorry.
card that we send to everybody
Thanks
in
for
the mail
coming.
after they've done it. Thank you and
Deepest
sorry.
apologies and
Yeah.
regrets. Only
It's my
regrets.
pleasure and my great misfortune to be here.
You really have no idea.
You have no idea. We're only in minute 6 of
Yeah.
like a 4.5 hour thing, and
It's-
that's
he
only
tries to
me
go
half
endgame.
joking because I
Yeah.
want to go. I want to do like the Irishman.
He want now.
I want to
here's
do
the-
Killers of the Flower Moon.
He wants to go like 3 hours, and it doesn't always work out that way. But the problem with it is, invariably, when it gets into
Like
hour 3,
2.5.
it improves
Yeah.
so much. It's like you get warmed up, and then we start having these great conversations.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
like,
then
why
somebody
does it
has
take
to
us
go.
2 hours? Yeah. Usually me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We can try for it. Let's.
Oh
Let's,
no, George! No, no! Don't encourage that! No! God damn
We're
it!
gonna have Killers of the Flower Moon, but the question is, which one of us is going to make that Leo DiCaprio stank face through the whole thing?
No, I'm gonna. I'll be Jason Isbell. I'll get new teeth. Just,
There you go.
Is that the face? Am I doing it?
I did not.
Hold
see
on.
it.
What
Am
if I
missing
say,
anything?
if you're over 25, I won't date you?
I think
That's my
I-
DiCaprio
But
face.
really,
I think 25 is being a little generous.
I think that's.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's 23 is the cutoff. There is a cutoff where he just
Yeah.
doesn't date women
He
above a
Logan's
certain
runs
age.
those
Yeah,
motherfuckers
for real.
like,
Or just
so
the
hard.
Justin Timberlake movie where the time is on your wrist and you
Yeah.
can't get old, which is
But
just
not-
Logan's. It's
but
just
not
Logan's
on
run.
your side.
No. You seen that that Denzel Washington, John Goodman movie, Fallen?
I haven't.
That
Should I?
No.
Now that's a remake
Okay.
of the Defiant Ones. I'd pay money to see.
That's a reference.
It is a reference to a movie.
And
Yeah, I've been in a Sidney Poitier mode apparently.
Yeah, you were Poitiering at
okay.
me.
Well,
like,
technically,
through
I guess
messages.
you can say that. Chris couldn't say that.
No. I know he's thinking these things. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna,
but tell me, George, tell him what you used to call me.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh, it was so funny.
Okay.
No, I think it's hilarious because
Oh,
it started a
I'm
whole
sure
thing
it
in my
will
house.
be.
Oh, he used to just call me Ofe.
Oh,
and
that's right.
And okay, my lovely wife, first girl reference of the night. Oh no, second. I'm sorry. Is half Puerto Rican. So my kids are Puerto
Brag
Rican.
about it.
So one day I just went in and I started saying that, and she looked really uncomfortable. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm the only one who could say it." And she,
I don't know what it means. Like the only reference I know it from is Justified. Is when he like walks in on somebody and calls them Mr. and Mrs. O'Fay.
no, it wasn't a walk-in. That's what he put on their fake IDs.
Okay.
Who dat?
Are you looking it up, George?
I don't remember.
See how bad it was, really?
Yeah. Let's see. Where did it?
How bad?
Let's Google it. Where did the term "ofe" originate?
All right.
George Ellsworth? Oh my God! That was you?
Oh
It's
my
just
God.
like a black and white picture from the
I didn't wanna tell you.
1800s.
Just a picture of George pointing at me and me going, "What?"
What? Wikipedia
Whoa.
is trying to convince me that it's perhaps from Yoruba, but the Yoruba language, but
Well, you could certainly
or
trust
Pig Latin for
Wikipedia.
"oh."
Well,
I don't think it doesn't sound right.
I'll go with it.
We'll just make up our own. It's more fun that way.
I'll just keep making noises.
I mean,
All right. Well,
yeah, we're
Chris,
past that. That's a different era. So we're on
long
to calling
past
you
that.
Yaku now, Chris.
We were Yaku, please. We were very troubled teenagers together. But the story, every once in a while, George, the "you better have the keys to that car" story jumps into my head, and I can't stop laughing. Jules, have I told you that one?
no.
Okay.
The hard
Am I going
struggle
to?
outside the Taco Bell.
The hardest of struggles. Just
Yeah,
a random.
let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, there. As most teenagers did, we went to Taco Bell, and one day we just decided that we would slam hot sauce packets because if you saw Edgewood, you would realize there was nothing better to do.
Oh,
than
I've been to
slam
Edgewood.
Hot sauce pack. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Oh,
they got the lake.
It's an extended Lake Serene. I grew up next to it.
Yeah, that's nice. I
that part
smoked
is
a bunch of pot next
You-
to the lake. That's the only
Wait.
time I went to Edgewood.
Were you in a were you sitting in a beat up playground next to a row house?
No, I was at like a lake house.
Okay, because
It
if
was
you
pretty
see
nice. Yeah.
if you see a beat up playground, that's next to the house I grew up in.
Yeah.
Truth story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I doubt I'll ever go back to Edgewood.
Don't
But
don't do
now
it.
I know that, and I'll forget it later.
One of the happiest days of my adult life was when I got my dad the fuck out of Edgewood and got him in a nice little apartment in Towson because he was slowing down. He was old, slow moving white guy in a
And
Cadillac.
Edgewood is
Yeah.
kind of the boonies. Like it's not really. There's stuff around there, but it's not like close. to
It's an
stuff.
extended truck stop. It was
it's
not
a place it's a place you pass through.
It's very difficult to explain to anybody who wasn't there when we were there how the negativity just like radiated off of the street. It was really
Like heat on a
it
summer
really
day.
Yeah,
It
it
really
was
was.
good. But yeah, one day we were in the Taco Bell because there was a Taco Bell, and we decided that we would slam hot sauce packets.
As
And
you
we
do.
had like soda with us, and we're like slamming hot sauce packets. And he goes for the hot. I'm like, what did I say? Like do 2 or 3 of these or something like that, like the hottest one. Is that
Yeah,
does that
something-
sound
Diablo
right?
sauce.
Whatever it was at the
This
time.
is pre-Diablo, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, this is
whatever they
pre-Diablo,
call it.
but whatever it was hot enough that when he slammed them, I grabbed the soda and ran the fuck out of the Taco Bell. And I don't know why, but I started running away.
Because you're a
and-
treacherous motherfucker. That's
Yeah,
why.
you're a bad person.
Horrible.
You're a bad guy.
History's worst monster,
Yeah.
obviously. So we're going. I thought that was established. So we're running out into the parking lot, and at one point we're on the opposite sides of a car, looking at each other. And he just looks at me and goes, "You better have the keys to that car." And I fell down laughing and just handed him the soda. And it's made me laugh. I don't know. It's made me laugh for 30 years. So well done.
Did you have the keys to that car?
I did not.
Who had the keys to the car?
Probably the owner of the car.
What a twist.
You know, nothing. What a twist!
What a
Nothing makes stories better than having to over-explain them. Thanks, Emily.
Emily the Criminally strikes
Emily the
again.
Criminally. Such a good movie. It just came up the other day. Emily the Criminal.
George,
So good.
this is what I believe the Aubrey Plaza vehicle, Emily the Criminal, should have been called. It's right
So
there.
right.
Emily the Criminal.
Emily the Criminal.
It's there for you.
Yeah. Or Emily
I-
Emily
the Criminal?
Yeah, but that's
Nah,
not.
not as
Emily
good.
the Criminal is better. Yeah.
Emily the Criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be the sequel.
I'm on board with that. I'm
like
I'm
it.
Totally
Thank
on
you.
board with it.
Okay,
I like
so
it.
we have 3 people on the
We have
petition.
a quorum. We have a
Yeah,
quorum.
we're gonna be
Real
like
quorum.
those guys who want to remake the Last Jedi and like raised like $200 million, and then they were just gonna walk up to Disney and be
Hey,
like,
guys.
"Hey, we have the money, so do it again, but better."
Thank you for the money. Oh, so you're going to do something with our money? What money? And scene.
It's so funny. The
I think
delusions.
Netflix just did that with Zack Snyder.
Oh, you mean his Star Wars movie that they wouldn't let him make? So something Moon?
The
What
Star
was it
Wars
called?
with this
It's
Rebel Moon.
It is Zack
Part
Snyder's
1,
Star Wars. Yeah.
Child of Fire.
I heard it was a shit sandwich. Is it true?
You know, it
One
is.
of my favorite podcasts covered this. The Flophouse podcast did an extended autopsy, let's just say, of exactly how ridiculously patched together it is.
Yeah.
it-
Yeah.
Spoiler: there's a lot of slow motion shots.
No. The what?
Unbelievable amount.
I can't.
Like, no, you don't get it. It's like
I
what
refuse to
Star.
believe
It's
that.
like Star Trek Into Darkness era. J.J. Abrams.
First of all, it's pronounced Star
oversaturation.
Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boot him. From
Was that the second one? Wait,
I'm gonna
before you
boot-
do, was that the second one?
Yeah, that was the.
Then I make no defense of it. I like
that was
the first and the third.
he. Oh, he's not Khan. He's not Khan. He's not Khan.
Totally Khan.
It's Khan. He's Khan. Can you believe it? Yeah, everybody
Come
fucking
on.
knew.
No, I can't.
Boy. Anyway,
I
like
deserve to get booted for that one.
no one should ever go back and watch Star Trek Into Darkness, but if you do, note the overuse of lens flares, which is J.J. Abrams' whole thing.
The hell
but
you
even
say.
for him, it's a lot. And I felt the same way about the slow motion in Rebel Moon. It's just like, man, I mean, I get it, dude, but like 30 minutes of your movie shouldn't be slow-mo shots. Legitimately,
think.
like they do like
He's gotta
montages in slow motion. It's fucking obnoxious. That being said, I had a good time.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's a terrible movie. I can't wait for the next one.
It's not a good thing.
You should
Are they
watch it
actually
just so we can
making a
talk about
second
it.
one?
It's probably worth a hate watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like if you know going in, it's a very Zack Snyder movie. And like if you loved the messiness of Dawn of Justice, like imagine that, but from all of pop culture, not just comic books. It's insane. It's a hot mess. Everybody's
guys,
accents are all over the place.
we're on
and
the
Anthony
internet.
Hopkins is a robot. Yeah. What do you
Wait,
mean we're on the
Anthony
internet?
Hopkins is a robot?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I missed that.
No, it's pretty cool. And like that's the most interesting part of the movie, and they don't he's in it for 5 minutes. Even though he didn't even have to come in and be the robot, he's still only in it for 5 minutes. It's wild. And it's 2.5 hours long.
And it's only part one of this.
It's part one
story.
of like supposed to be 3, I think. There's only 2 that have been made, but I think he wanted it to be a trilogy or maybe
Is this
a
Avatar
tetralogy.
or
No, this
what
is
are
just
you-
Netflix threw a bunch of money at Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
or they're like, we wanted the Justice League that you did with 17 parts. It didn't make sense.
It's better
In
than
4x3
the Joss
in
Whedon
black
one.
and white. See, you have
Exactly.
to watch. You have to watch the Justice's Gray version to
No, I
really
don't.
get to the heart of the story. It's in
I
4x3, black and white, because
Just cause. Because he's bad at making movies is why.
That should go on the back of the box.
George going,
5
I-
stars.
5 stars. No notes. 0 notes.
none.
I mean, I
Sure
wouldn't
enough.
do anything differently because I wouldn't have done this. So
Would not have done. The weird thing is, like, I watched, like a lot of dumb people, I watched the 27 part,
I watched
Snyder
it.
version. And
Obviously,
wa-
it's better than the other one.
I would not say it's good, but I would say I enjoyed it,
Yeah, me too.
which is confusing for me.
Like Rebel Moon. I like after a certain point, I was able to turn my brain off. Except like again, the slow motion. It is like it's like he's doing a bit for real. It's like really silly how many slow mo shots there are.
It's almost like he's doing a
unnecessarily.
parody of himself.
He really is. It really felt like Zack Snyder was doing like a folding, like an Ouroboros of a Zack Snyder movie because it's just like
Folds back in on
I'm.
itself.
Remember
It's a
when I did
pastiche.
this? Yeah, yeah,
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Remember this?
yeah.
Hey, guys.
It really is. But the thing that he doesn't do in this movie that I remember is like there's no like over sexualization of women.
Were you a little
No,
let
wait
down?
until the next part.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure there's 'cause
Guys,
they-
I got
he-
you. It's coming. Don't worry.
I'm gonna bring the titties. I'm gonna bring the titties.
and this
It actually says that in the in the stinger at the end.
Chris,
Hey
you-
guys, how you doing? Just wanted you to know, Zack Snyder, I'm gonna bring the titties. Ba-da-ba-ba-da,
dude, you joke, but like
No,
he's,
no, I
he's-
mean it.
He's releasing a director's cut,
That
on-
one has the titties.
and that one does have the titties.
Will it be bringing just all the girls from Sucker Punch?
I think so. Yeah, he got Emily Browning and Vanessa Hudgens back. Yeah.
I appreciate your efforts. I do. I was trying to remember the completely unrelated, except that it was funny.
Juno Temple
Is
was
it
in that?
Juno Temple? Is she
I
in
think
that?
she was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. And she's in the new season of Fargo, which is fucking amazing.
I've heard good things. Are
quite
you,
good.
George? Does that happen in your state? Because I don't understand
Fargo?
how things work with geography. Fargo, is that in your
Fargo
state?
is not here. Fargo is in North Dakota.
Okay, that's your state, right?
No, I'm in Minnesota.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. But
I
a
knew
lot
you were
of
in
Fargo
Minnesota. I just
takes
didn't know.
place in Minnesota.
Right.
The
I
series-
accidentally got something right.
Yeah, like the first
Yeah,
season. Yeah, it takes place in Bemidji.
Yep. First season takes
Hey.
place in Bemidji.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I think there are some exteriors in the third or fourth season that were shot in Duluth downtown.
So you've
Well.
seen it then?
No,
Or you're just
Oh,
aware
you
of
just
those
know
things.
because it's a local
No.
thing and it's the thing that happens.
It's a
and they
local
film it.
reference.
I don't have to watch it. I lived it.
How long have you been in the Minnesota?
Let's see. I moved here in 2001. So I've
Oh,
been here
wow.
22 years.
Wow, 23 now.
Yeah. 23. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I
Sorry.
know.
So you remember when you'd get snow
Yeah.
before the planet got broken? I
It's
moved.
fine.
Everything's fine. guys.
Elon will save
freakish.
us.
Minneapolis was 53 degrees the other day.
That's
was
that's insane.
53 degrees in January.
That's
I'm
insane.
I'm in Erie. 8 years
Yeah.
ago, covered in snow. Now the 14-year-old walked home in the dark because it was 60 degrees in February. Planet's broken. Yeah, it's fucked up. He's out in shorts, but that's because he's nuts. But yeah, we're supposed to get snow next week. And I'm like, I'd really like some, which is a strange thing to say.
And
We
it's
may
like-
not get snow again down here for
Yeah.
until the end of the year.
Oh,
or
George.
maybe we'll get some in April like we did a few years ago.
I don't
That
know.
shit
Yeah,
was
that's
wild.
fucking weird. I can't
A man
remember.
wrote, sometimes it snows in April.
Mic drop. Hold on. That's as far as
Good
it'll
night,
go.
everybody. Yeah, Emily is in Silver Spring, not too terribly far from where you and I grew up, like an hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to work outside of Silver Spring, so those places. But yeah, I never thought I'd leave the East Coast until I did, and then I was really surprised it took me so fucking long to leave the East Coast.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's real expensive.
Expensive. Yeah.
Although everywhere is getting expensive now.
Well, hey, Joe Biden,
Everything's fine.
and it's only his fault. He's the only factor in it.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I don't even think we had a government before him.
We didn't.
No,
No,
we got
we
it.
didn't. Everything was fine. Everything was perfect.
It was
We
good.
were winning so much we just couldn't stand it anymore. I
We were
said,
doing
"Please,
good. We were
stop with all the winning, and then it
Yeah.
stopped.
Please stop with all the way.
Yeah.
When was Charlie Sheen president exactly?
You know, that is not far from who was the president and who, sorry folks, will be again. It's probably going to happen. That's a bummer. But it's
We're not
still
that-
a bummer even if the other guy wins because we're fucked.
I'm not that far from
Hey
Canada.
George, welcome to the show. We're
Yeah.
gonna do a segment now because of, because let's stop talking about what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The segment is called "What's Your Fucking Deal?" in which
George
we ask,
Ellsworth.
"Hey George,
What's your fucking deal?"
What's your fucking deal?
Yeah, George, tell us about
Hey
you.
George. Hey
Hey,
George.
George.
Hi, in the back over here. Hi.
He's got a question.
Yes.
He's got a question,
yes,
George. Do you mind if he asks you a question?
Emily the Criminally, George Ellsworth Monthly. Hi. What's your fucking deal?
Well, as you can see,
Oh.
I'm all about gestures and wry looks today. But that's
Just
the-
today. Just
that's the
today.
gist of it. Gestures and wry looks. That's my fucking deal for today. I'm just a guy.
Standing in front of a camera,
That's
talking to two other guys.
also
What wait,
also standing in front of cameras.
also standing in front of cameras. Allegedly.
Right. And to prove myself a bigger nerd than I already have is to just quote the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and reference
42.
Evil Rocks and say, George is just this guy,
George, I think it's if I could ask a question, George
Yes,
is back. George,
the man
me.
with the shining pate and the.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to clean the sides up. I like to do that normally.
Well,
Yeah. My shit
help.
held on. No, nothing helps. My wedding pictures, I have hair like to just about here. I was 29, and then like 6 months later, you could just see it go. It's just gone. Yeah,
Gone.
all the stuff.
You lost four of the best friends you ever had.
They were good friends. They were wide, thick, loving friends.
Good
All I
God.
had. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And as you see, it's
Yeah, your shit's holding on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm waiting for the Afro Island to take effect. But
The Afro Island, the mysterious
You know, that's somehow
Afro
that
Island.
somehow that reality show did not catch on. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's because it would have been fine maybe if like BET did it, but it was like Spike TV. It was real weird.
yeah,
It was real weird vibes.
Bunch of bros.
Yeah, a bunch of bros like, hey man, so if I perm my hair, I get an afro. Yeah, man. All right.
That's what girls like, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, how can I lie to him about it? No, not nearly as involved as all that. I just thought you'd like to know that the just turned 12-year-old has read
Happy
all
birthday.
of the Hitchhiker books.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, he was all about
Most
it.
impressive.
Yeah. I just thought you'd want to know. That's all.
How many
Yeah.
are there?
5. In the increasingly ill-named trilogy.
Yeah.
The shit you remember from working in bookstores. It. There was some horrible looking true crime documentary on one of the streaming things, and it was called Mostly Harmless, and I'm like, you fuck right off. You don't.
Yeah, no.
That's not right. No. But going back to you, George, what is your fucking deal?
Well, I'll tell you, Christopher.
Oh, geez, it just occurred to me. You knew my mom. Like, we knew each other. We knew each other's moms. Yeah. Whew.
God, wow,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw everything off. She was the only person who ever called me that. And I'm like, oh, shit. Wow. Yeah, 35
are you
years. That's a
my
long
mom?
time.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, my mom called me Christopher, and it was,
That is weird.
that.
That is, well, moms like me. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Your mom was a really good cook. Remember the time you had me
Yes.
over? And
Oh,
I
yeah.
seemed very it seemed like I had never had food before.
Yeah. Apparently, you didn't.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, had you, but I guess not.
I
Okay.
don't think so. But yeah. So I'm sorry. Going back. What's your fucking deal? Sorry. I keep
My
cutting in.
fucking deal.
And
Yeah.
this
That's all right,
question
'cause I'm trying
means
to figure out what my fucking deal is.
it can mean anything.
Yeah,
I mean, like
really.
you went down that kind of counts. The
Totally
the
counts.
Hitchhiker's Guide thing. That technically counts. We could ask you questions, which is
Okay.
usually what we do. But I mean, Chris probably knows most of those answers. So
I mean, I feel like we could do some weird extended heterosexual oldly wed game.
why does it
and I
have
could
to be heterosexual?
Answer most of the questions. Yeah.
Fucking racist.
Well, we never hooked. I don't think you're using that word correctly there, George.
Nah,
Allow
fake
me to
news.
explain that
You
to you.
woke. You're woke. You can't cancel me.
I had a nap earlier, but I'm awake now.
Words
Words are fun, right? George,
I've
yet
never
another
seen us in
aside
the
for
same
you.
room.
Never seen us in the same room, and we have concerns that we might be like 80% the same person. It's really confusing, and I'm sorry to bring you into this on the internet with no one watching.
Well, I did it to myself.
I mean, you did log in.
I did.
That's
You
true.
agreed
I
to-
You
took the
didn't
bait.
have to
I
click
took
the
the bait.
link. You've
I
never
clicked the
seen
link
my
from a
email
stranger in
before.
my inbox.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, this could be good. Sure.
Right.
What could be wrong
I mean,
with
A
this?
website I've never used. Sure, why not?
Granted, that's how I met my wife, but
Yeah, sure.
See, that's your fucking deal.
That is
You
my
get those random texts where it's just a person. Oh, who's this? And start answering like maybe it's a person.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
don't know.
not gonna pretend like, oh, and I did that 20 years ago. No, I think I did that about a week and a half ago.
Aw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's usually just
Yeah.
food for me.
I like food.
That's like who
Food,
calls
good.
me.
Food calls you.
Food calls you.
Food calls me.
I feel like
Look-
you've been burying the lead, man.
If you can get a radio on your phone, why can't you get a food on your phone? That's all I'm saying.
I like food on my phone. I feel like how far are we from like the 3D printing making food?
I think that's already kind of a thing.
Is it a thing?
Like the food fabricator from Red Dwarf.
You
or
know they're
the-
bringing Red Dwarf back.
Again?
Yeah, they're like doing another thing of Red Dwarf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I still have the weird like novelization somewhere on my shelf from back when. Did we lose George?
Oh,
George.
maybe. Uh-oh.
George.
George.
George, are you there, George?
Hey, George, send me Scoot. Where are you, you little...
Scooty, not Scooty. No.
I'm over here. Hold on, I gotta take care of this.
Do you think you could fix it?
I can maybe boot him and bring him back.
Could you try it?
Boot him and bring him
George.
back.
Oh,
Oh, now I'm big. What's my
You
fucking
are.
deal? Nobody wants to know that.
I feel like I have a decent idea.
Nah, you don't. I'm special. Okay, well maybe he'll jump back in.
I hope he rejoins. Because I really do want to know what his fucking deal is. Because
35 years. You've waited long enough.
Although a bunch of shit happened in between. Like by 2001, I had been living downtown with Joylene for 3 years, and we were getting married. So he moved, and then we reconnected. I think one of the few times social media has actually been useful is reconnecting with people, and we happened to find each other on there, and that was nice. He was always a good guy. We were both troubled teenagers. I was planning on spending a good segment of this show just apologizing to him for me as a teenager.
We got time. He's in for The Irishman. Like, come on.
If he
I
comes
made my
back,
DiCaprio face. We're doing Flower Moon, which I
you
haven't
think we'll
seen
get him
yet.
back?
Yeah,
I don't-
he has the link, so hopefully.
So I watched a doc called Batman and Me that was specifically about an Australian Batman memorabilia collector.
Bloody
And
oath,
then
mate.
they referenced another thing that was specifically just about Star Wars fans who went to conventions in Australia. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going down this wormhole. Like, I will watch the shit out of people talking about Star Wars in accents.
Bloody oath, mate. Hey,
Yeah.
you know the thing. I don't think Luke bloody Star Wars. I don't think Luke
Luke
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I don't think Luke bloody Star Wars would have done
You know,
that, mate.
you know, he was called Luke Star Wars.
You know,
in the
original-
Journal of the Lukes.
in the in the
in the Star Killer of the Lukes.
Hey, Luke bloody Star Wars,
Hey,
mate.
Luke.
I'm your bloody dad, mate.
I'm your
Hey, what you
dad,
think
mate.
about that, mate? I didn't kill him or nothing. I'm your bloody dad. Hey, Luke,
Come back,
Star Wars.
George.
I'm Mr. Star Wars.
I'm Mr. Star Wars.
So
look
Party
at me.
Down. Watched it.
Oh, and thoughts, feelings. Now, had you watched the first 2 seasons?
Yeah, I'd seen it before you. Yeah.
Good.
Wait,
No, you
wait,
didn't.
Yeah, no.
No.
I saw it. I saw
Yeah,
it
no.
before you were born.
That makes sense.
I got the logic. I got the facts. Got a subscription to HBO Max. That's my Ben
And-
Shapiro impression.
And you spit hot fire.
I spit hot fire out of my butt.
I can't. Did you ever make it around to Mr. Show?
I've seen like a couple episodes that were
I
like airing on Comedy Central, and then like
don't-
I think I've seen a couple episodes of the reboot that they did on.
Now, the reboot,
Netflix.
I did not enjoy, but I didn't make it all the way through it, even though there are a lot of people on it I like. And I
Paul F.
wonder,
Tompkins.
it's a Paul F. Tompkins, but it's another one of those shows that if you don't see it at a certain time in your life, I don't know if you're gonna like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of sketches like that.
Oh, I heard from George, my shit done blowed up, coming back.
Okay.
So we make it George. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff is like that. Like you don't know if it when you like reading Hitchhiker's Guide. I read it when I was 13 or 14. Perfect time. Don't know how it holds up. But
I haven't read it. Saw the movie. Liked it.
I didn't see the movie. I didn't hear great things. But
Yeah, because you were hearing from people who read the books.
Exactly. That is the thing. Oh, so Party Down, you saw it before I was born, and now you saw the third season, and what were your thoughts?
I liked it. It was very good. Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
the same show. It doesn't feel like... I don't know if you watched Arrested Development, but
No.
okay. Well, then that came back, like
I
almost
do know
10
about
years
that.
almost 10 years later on Netflix. And it was like still pretty funny. It was like one of the funnier shows that Netflix has ever put out.
But not quite right.
No, because of just like I think because Hurwitz was so much younger and hungrier, and
Yeah.
because he was on a network and didn't have like a guarantee, so he had to fight, which is why like some of the first like 2 seasons of Community, I think the third one is brilliant. But like the first season really establishes Community as a show, and then the second season is like, and here's what we can do with kind of a budget. So maybe, like
I got to go back and rewatch that.
it's so
I
good.
loved it.
My biggest, and then we'll get to Party Down, and hopefully George will show up before I even get to what I'm talking about. But they took an episode off of all of the streaming services that have it.
Right, I remember hearing about
Which
that.
is maybe the best episode of the show. Remedial Chaos Theory is widely recognized as the best, and then the paintball ones. But like
The paintball ones are the
paintball ones
that got
are
me.
all fucking amazing. All 4.
Which
of
one
them.
is Remedial Chaos Theory?
That's the one where Troy and Abed move in together. They throw a pizza party, and they all roll. Jeff tosses a 6-sided die in the air to determine who goes down to get the pizza, and then it branches off into 6 different timelines.
The Darkest Timeline stuff? Like that kind of thing?
I named my band after it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was something special. I knew
and that's season
when I
3.
saw that.
Yeah.
When I saw that and when I saw the paintball stuff, I'm like, this is something
The
special.
paintball stuff is really great, especially in the second season where they do a Western, then they do a Star Wars.
I remember really enjoying that, and of course Troy and Abed in the morning.
It's great.
Yeah. On Party Down, though, I will say I was really impressed how they kept the tone, and it wasn't just, hey, remember this shit you liked? Remember
Right.
this shit you liked? Like,
And it wasn't like, hey, these people all still work at the catering company. It was like, the world felt like it progressed. Like,
also, all these people didn't just go off and live their dreams.
that's what I mean.
No.
It's like the world felt lived in, and and then they threw away the references to Lizzie Kaplan and stuff.
then-
like, oh, she's not here because
Yeah.
she's she got SNL or whatever the fuck.
I thought that was great how they did
It was great.
that.
It was great, and it was a throwaway thing, and then it was just like, yeah, that makes sense that like one of these people who were all aspiring like entertainers
Actually
or
made it
writers
into their
actually
thing.
made it, and like and hit, because like statistically, it's not like
No,
it's
it's
not,
not even that high.
unlikely,
But
like
I assume you saw it to the very end.
oh yeah, no, and I really hope they do another one.
I really hope so. I will say that the original show, the 2 seasons,
Jennifer
was-
Garner.
Well, oh no, she was brilliant. But I mean, going back to the first 2 seasons, she's a much better actor than I realized. By the way,
She's
Garner
great,
was fucking
so
great.
charming. Oh my god.
So charming.
Oh my god.
The chemistry between Lizzie Kaplan and Adam what's
Scott.
his face
Yeah.
was, I think that was the first time I, not as a child but like as an adult person, that I genuinely noticed like, holy shit, that's some chemistry. Like the
Yeah.
two of them were fucking amazing together.
Yeah.
And we've talked about her. She's great.
Yeah.
She and Aubrey Plaza make great choices, and what's her name?
God, Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, she's so great. Like she's popular for things, but she also does these other things like Emily the Criminally,
Yeah.
which I think is indicative of the kind of great work she does and will continue to do. But yeah, Jennifer Garner just like hand
Knocked
in glove.
it out of the park. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. That is a wonderful show, and it's another one of those shows that I would love George to come back for. George, There you are. Somehow, does it say I can't see it. It says somehow Palpatine.
Palpatine has returned.
What in the fuck? Why? And they never explain it. You assholes. We know it's
love
a
it.
clone.
It's such a, talk about a parody of yourself.
It is.
Just like Mystery Box, just like J.J. Abrams built this house of cards of mystery boxes. Rian Johnson did an interesting thing with it, and then was like, here you go, end this however you want. I was just here to do The Empire Strikes Back, and I mean, I kind of nailed it.
The man babies freaked the fuck out.
Fuck out. Unbelievable. It's like, if you want...
tell him your thing. Jules, tell him your thing about Star Wars.
It's for babies.
Yeah.
It's a baby thing for babies.
Yeah.
It's made for babies. Yeah.
It is.
It's for it's for little kids and babies. And, pew, 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 pew. Ooh,
You're
spaceship.
totally right.
Oh,
We
you
talked
can
about
move a
this, yeah.
thing? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I said, I agree. And it never hit me until he said it. I'm like, yeah, Star Wars came out when I was 5. I never had a chance.
Yeah. And
Like,
it's
you know,
just, and it and especially like if your dad was into it, then like you're fucked.
No,
You're
my
fucked.
dad wasn't into it. But
No,
it was
but I
just-
mean like me.
Yeah.
Like my dad saw Star Wars when it came out, and he was like an adult, and he was like,
It's really strange when you
let's go.
have, like, George, you have two kids? You have 2?
Yeah.
Okay, same. And it's weird that
0.
sometimes, good
that
for you,
I
man.
know about.
That you know about. You would have known because they would have come out of your bottom.
They definitely would. Yeah, because I'd have pooped him out.
But so you have 2, which is worlds away from having 1, which is worlds away from having none. But when you have 2, in my experience, one of them likes the shit you like, and the other one wants nothing to do with anything you like ever. Has that been your experience?
No, they've kind of divvied it up.
Oh,
They've
okay.
kind of,
I love
they've
that.
kind of, it's like, okay, you take the music shit. Okay, no. Actually, they're both kind of semi-musicals, but one is more into the movies, one's into the old cartoons, and one's into fantasy films, and they're kind of, it's like they're like going through the contents of my psyche and just divvying them up like old baseball cards or something. But
Boys, girls, one of each.
both girls,
A
15
little
and
jealous. Yeah.
Wow.
What were the
that's a
ages
spread.
again?
15
8.
and
15
8.
and 8.
Wow. You really wanted to make sure if you wanted the second one. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Ours are
Make sure you're
12 and 14. We're like, we better get this shit moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine are.
See, at that point, they're accomplices.
Pretty much. Well, Jules has interacted with both of them to some degree.
Yes.
One more than the other. The 12.
That's to be
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah. The you wouldn't know it, Jules, for your brief time with him, but the 14-year-old is really, really funny. Like, apparently he's the one who like cuts up on his friends, because he doesn't speak around me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in a car, I was driving him and his friend somewhere, and he's cutting up and he can't stop talking. I'm like, who are you? And his friend in the back just goes, that's our CJ.
Wow.
Like we're used to this shit. But yeah, the 12-year-old who has been on VOM multiple times is like musical.
He's a showman.
He is a showman.
Yes,
And-
absolutely.
And as you've said, proof once again that I am by far the least charismatic member of my
Absolutely.
family.
If your life were a sitcom, you would be the straight man. You'd be Ted Mosby.
I'd be the
You'd be
boring dad.
you'd be probably the main character just because you'd be the straight man.
Boring,
because
yeah.
you're the most boring.
I have the keys
you'd
to the
be
car.
Zooey Deschanel in New Girl.
Hey, that's not fair. She was very funny on that.
She was perfectly
charming.
cast in that role to be her. Oh my God! I can't believe I'm a girl.
I think that she improves on repeated viewing.
Yeah, she's because she
Unlike-
has to act regularly over the course of a
Unlike
few years.
on Sex in the City. Here's a weird one that'll mean nothing. But I watched it when it came out, and the first time through, Carrie Bradshaw is so sympathetic. You're like, all this stuff's going. I'm sorry, George. But she's so sympathetic. All these things are happening to her. It seems so bad. And the more you watch it, the more the other guy had a point. Like, what is with this crazy girl in this crinoline and shit? What is happening here? It's where just the multiple view. Never mind. It was a great talk.
Crinoline.
Yeah, crunchy like all these crazy, like skirt things and dresses and madness and
Oh,
Yeah.
crinoline.
yeah. Every once in a while, I'll pull out a word.
That's a word.
I'm glad I could help.
It is.
Yeah, we took the younger child out for birthday dinner the other night, and I happened to put on a sweater or something, and my wife said I looked snazzy, and I'm like, I don't think we should talk. I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, I don't think that doesn't feel like the compliment that you might think it is.
I don't think I want to be evaluated on the content of my snaz in mixed company.
Are you snazful or snazless?
That should be a thing that the kids use now because
Snaz.
have you heard of Riz?
Riz.
How someone has Riz, that means you have charisma. Now it's dead.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about it, it's completely dead. It's
So
probably been
dead.
dead for like a week because I've heard of it.
So dead.
Yeah. I think snaz. I think we should do
Snaz
snaz.
should be the next thing.
He's serving snaz.
He's serving snaz. We're giving
Really is.
snaz.
I wonder if previous
Real snaz
generations
vibes.
went through feeling lost quite so profoundly
Slay.
as ours is. Yeah, slay.
Yas.
Yas. Queen.
That's that
Yeah, my
cat.
eldest one uses slay a lot. She slays a lot.
So
Well,
we're
she's the
still
right age
slaying.
for it, though.
So in this economy, in Biden's economy,
this
we're
economy?
we're still slaying. Is that Bidenomics? Slay still works.
Slaying on
We're slaying, Jack.
Is that is that Buffynomics? What's
Yes,
Dark
Hey,
that?
Brandon.
Hey, come on, man.
Dark Brandon.
Come on, man. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna slay. I'm not gonna
Here's
say.
the deal. We're slaying, Jack.
Jack.
All right.
We're the
Poking
Dark
somebody in the
Brandon
chest.
glasses.
How old is that person now?
He is
81.
81, pushing 82. He's 82 this year. Yeah,
Look,
old.
I am 51, fully 30 years younger, and the synapses just aren't firing that fast these days.
yeah.
I can't imagine
So,
what kind of cobweb infested shit is going on there.
Oh, yeah. It's probably dry, but also mushy.
I was talking about his brain, but
like a
you
muesli.
make a
No,
point,
that's what
too.
I'm talking about. Yeah,
Like
it's
like
slosh.
a muesli.
It's sloshing around in there, but it's also kind of dry. Yeah.
Muesli. It's just white spiders.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
One
like
of the
a
few Tina Fey
gelatinous
jokes I
slurry.
really like.
Right, yeah, yes, a gelatinous slurry. Yes. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, we're doomed. We're fucking doomed. So that's why we do
And it
this
just goes
live
like this.
stream.
It just goes. Just makes that sound.
I didn't know you had like that
I know.
range in you.
I know. Oh,
Huh. Okay.
You're
Now
welcome.
just showing off.
yeah. George is here.
Oh, okay.
Hi, George.
George, do you feel like you've do you feel like
Fuck
you've
you guys! I'm out.
effectively told us what the fuck your fucking deal is? Have you done that?
Fuck.
Have you done that?
Have you?
I
you
think
feel
I've
like-
successfully avoided that. Yes.
Okay,
I think you
well,
did
then
a
there we
really
go.
good
Yeah,
job of
yeah,
not
yeah.
telling us.
I do
That's
not
an
recall.
answer too.
Yeah,
Hey, not answering is an answer.
it's true.
And answering is an answer.
Yes.
And to add point to our earlier conversation, I just finished showing my 8-year-old the original Star Wars trilogy, and we had watched it in timeline order. So we started with Phantom Menace, and we worked through to Return
Man,
of the
that
We just
that,
did Return of the Jedi last night.
That is some trust.
The original
right there.
cut.
Oh,
So
where
you
do
got
you just
bootleg.
have it? You just have the VHS?
No,
You got bootleg. Who got bootleg? You got bootleg.
I didn't say that.
No, allegedly.
I'm just going to say it is high definition, and it is a 35
Wait, but-
millimeter scan.
Does that mean that it's like original fucked up emperor eyes too? They look like mouth eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
the chimp eyes?
Yeah, the chimpanzed emperor,
You know, I hadn't watched
and
them.
the
I don't
Yub
know-
Yub song as it is meant to end.
You got Yub Nub?
I can't believe, guys,
I was so angry when they took out Yub
I
Nub.
can't believe
they took out Yub
15
Nub.
years later.
unbelievable. So last year, Because I have
Everything was
brain
fine.
worms.
Everything
And
was fine.
everything was fine, and we're good,
Everything's
and we're
fine.
fine, and it's great,
Everything's
and it's
fine.
fine. Everything's fine.
Yep.
I watched all of the live-action Star Wars movies. Now,
Like
what do
all
I
of
mean
them?
by
All of them?
all? Do I mean all 9, like of the Skywalker saga? Do I mean all 11, including the Star? Do I mean the holiday special as well? Yes.
Are you going to watch a documentary on it?
Do I mean?
Disturbance in the Force? What?
No. What is that coming?
There's a documentary out called A Disturbance in the Force, and it's specifically about the holiday special. And they've got like people I enjoy greatly in it, like Seth Green and
Because that
Kevin
holiday
Smith
special is ahead of its time. It's like Tim and Eric style fucking anti-comedy shit.
Is
It's
it like
so?
Sif- Ooh,
it's-
George,
it's
here's one for you. Is it
really
like Syphil
good.
and Ollie?
It's like
Syphil and
interdimensional
Ollie.
cable on Rick and Morty, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
in Star
Which
Wars.
I still haven't
I,
watched.
I would
haven't
say
watched
more Syphil and Ollie. Yes.
Did I watch the Ewok movies?
Oh,
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
that was going to be
I
my next
watched the
question.
Ewok movies where Wilford Brimley
You watched
shows
those?
up and he
Wilf-
touches the stick
Wilford
to the
Brimley.
water, and then magic stuff fucking happens, and there's 2 orphan children
You know
who
what
have
that-
the most tragic backstory in Star Wars.
you know,
Maybe
seriously, what that shit is, it's
It's a total dick to them for a
Superman.
good 20 minutes of the film.
Yeah, it's like oh Superman. You know, when they show up from the from
Oh, yeah,
the
from the Phantom Zone, yeah,
and they
yeah.
have these powers that have nothing to do with Superman. as far as I can
absolutely
tell.
just you just like you could
Although-
tell that IP was not.
There
a
are
thing
moments
for George
of
Lucas
just,
yet.
There are moments of just beauty in those Superman movies, and then there's just kneel before Zod. Like I don't know how this all
But
got
then
into
without
the same movie.
you don't get the Michael Shannon, I will find him, which is like some of the best things that Zack Snyder has done, was that Krypton scene at the beginning of Man of Steel.
Oh.
Is
That's
that
some
the,
of the that's some
You
of the
mean
best.
chest hair the motion picture?
I didn't say the movie was good.
chest hair the motion?
I
picture?
maintain there's never been a good Superman movie.
Oh, that's not true.
And
I'm sure I'll think
goodbye.
of one.
Okay, good night. Good night. Yeah,
Wasn't
two is as close as they get. And I think
Wait,
that-
are
that's
you
a-
saying Superman 4: The Quest for Peace was not a good movie?
Oh no, I love Nuclear Man. We're not counting that one because that's a
Fucking
perfect movie.
Nuclear Man.
Jesus Christ.
And I really think that Superman 3 is misunderstood greatly.
Is that the Richard Pryor one?
That's the Richard
Yeah.
Pryor one.
Not-
Yeah,
Is
that's
that the one where they
the
pull a
Office
woman
Space
in
one.
and they like do the robot shit to her face and
Yeah.
everything? Oh, that freaked
nightmare
me out
fuel.
so much as a kid. That's nightmare fuel.
Still scary as fuck. Yeah, I showed my youngest that one too. She was like, "Oh no."
Oh my
You
god.
must suffer like I suffered.
Good night.
I'm not
good
gonna-
night.
If-
Sleep
And
well.
bedtime.
Wait, do you hear a noise under your bed? No, I like it when they cry. Makes me feel better.
Jurassic Park for me was like the first time I remember being scared by a movie.
You know, I never saw it.
I know. We don't
Yeah.
need to talk about it.
Am I missing out?
And yes, you are. And
Okay.
and I watched
That Spielberg's pretty good at movies.
Light and Magic, the documentary, which I
That-
think is the quintessential Star Wars documentary because it talks about how
Get there.
the effects
He's been
were-
yelling
were
at me for
made.
months to watch it,
And
and,
then
I'm
the
like,
f-
you
and
want
then
me
the
to watch
fourth
a
episode is
47-piece
about-
documentary.
And then the fourth episode is about Jurassic Park.
And I've
you
been
know,
trying to
and-
get him to watch the hour-and-a-half documentary called Never Surrender.
Yeah,
that is
I'll
about
watch it when I watch Galaxy
Quest and
Hey
the
man,
love
I
thereof.
just started watching stand up again. Okay?
That's right. He was anti-stand-up.
I wasn't anti stand up. We were on a break.
We were on a
We were on a break.
Totally counts.
We were on a break. That's Jerry Seinfeld.
Dude,
Because he cheated
his
on
audition
Rachel.
for the Schwimmer part.
Monica, you're my sister. We were on a break. I also don't date anyone over 27. I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow, that is the best impression I've ever
That's
heard
Todd.
you do.
That's a Todd Glass bit.
Yeah.
Todd Glass would be like, "Hey, you want to hear my hey, you want to hear my Jerry Seinfeld impression?"
Yeah.
I'm Jerry Seinfeld.
Although him doing Rodney, doing whose jokes was he doing? He was doing the one-liner guy who was always high.
Hedberg.
Yeah, him doing Hedberg.
It's Hedberg.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey,
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you, I wanted somebody asked me if I wanted a frozen banana now, and I decided I wanted and I said no, and then I realized I wanted a regular banana later, so I said yes.
Hey, you ever hear about people not escalators temporarily?
I'm too high.
It's temporarily stairs. It's temporarily stairs. That's the joke. The escalators,
Wow.
when you have to walk up them, it's not broken. It's just temporarily stairs.
That is so bad. Meow, 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 meow.
Okay. Well, this feels like an act break.
I'm more of a Stephen Wright type.
Yeah, he's good
Do you
and
still
alive.
have a pony? Yeah.
So he's
Do you
winning.
still have a pony? That was the name
Yeah,
of his
that's
second.
right.
Yeah. Still have a pony. Still works.
He
Still
was-
apparently is really
Yeah.
funny.
Yep. He was
published a
great.
book.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
But
it's fantastic. I listened to the audio version.
Oh
Did
my
he
God.
read it?
Is it him?
Yes, and it's the only way
Oh.
to experience it.
Is it actual? So is it stories or is it one-liners? What
It's
is
a
it?
novel. It's a novel. It's kind of a stream of conscious, quasi first person novel about a young boy named Harold. And as far as I can tell, it seems to be just the thoughts going through Harold's head while he's failing to pay attention in class.
That sounds
And
like
it
hit.
goes places that you would not believe. It is actually truly brilliant. It is.
Huh.
That
Does he
doesn't
do-
surprise me.
Does he do voices? Like of the characters?
Yes,
do the
he
characters
does
have
his.
different voice? Ah, fuck yeah.
When you have
Fuck
that
yeah.
voice, you don't have to do any other voices.
I will.
Yeah.
I will
Trust me,
say
it works.
Yeah.
the audiobook of. I've never been a huge Tina Fey fan, but the audiobook of her memoir
Bossy pants.
is the best thing I've heard her do, and her doing both Alec Baldwin and Tracy Morgan impressions was very entertaining.
What?
Yeah, I mean
Okay,
nothing
I
beats.
get everybody pregnant.
Yeah, just like Alec Baldwin. Good job. Almost gotcha. Nothing beats the Britney Spears memoir as read by Oscar winner Michelle Williams.
Oh, yes. We've talked about this.
Oh, and there's all the weird stuff.
You know what? Okay, we've talked about panel shows on here. George, are you an Anglophile? Do you partake in the slurry that is British culture?
Well, I mentioned The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Red Dwarf.
Okay.
Already,
So
so-
I feel like
do
Red
you
Dwarf is bona fides right there. Because
Do you know
Hitchhiker's
of-
Guide people know, but
Yeah, they made a major motion picture, but no, Red Dwarf has pretty much stayed over there. So do you know of the phenomenon that is chat shows and like chat game shows and
Oh yeah,
over there?
I love that, yeah.
Okay, well I forgot where
Taylor
I was going.
Tomlinson's doing a very
Are you
charming
talking like
version of it here.
Taskmaster? Or...
I think I was getting to the
We going
big
Jimmy
fat-
Carr?
the big fat quiz, yeah, some Jimmy Carr stuff.
Oh, haven't gone there yet.
Oh, it's quite good. Jimmy Carr is best suited, I think, well, by his tailor, but also as a host of like a game show or like a panel show.
Yeah.
His jokes, his like stand up stuff is fine.
Some of it. Well, he's so one-linery that it's
Yeah.
all like, that stuff rises or falls by how good the joke is. It's not really personality stuff. I enjoy him as a podcast guest. He was just on Neil Brennan's podcast where he turned it around and interviewed him, and it was, I won't say it was funny necessarily, but I thought he was a really good interviewer. I didn't say it was a great anecdote. I just think it's over now.
I'm trying to remember why I started talking about the big fat quiz show.
Well, you were talking about Star Wars, and you watched all the Star Wars.
Yeah, this was after
I
that.
watch every Star Wars.
I did though. I did.
I haven't made it to Andor yet. I know.
Oh, it's the best one
I
though.
know.
It's the best thing since like the 70s. That
I
Star
have
Wars has put
enjoyed
out. Yeah.
parts of all the
Mando?
things they've done.
Mando.
Andor,
ah,
if then.
fucking Carl Weathers.
If then, I want to see If Then, a Star Wars story, a Star Wars grammar story.
Yeah.
Or is that a Star Wars math story? Is it a Star Wars programming story?
Possibly.
If Then.
If then statement. Both and.
Return to line 10.
I'm pretty sure If Then is the villain of the next season. Yeah, they really set it up really nice. Like it was a long arc. I'm telling you, it's a really good show.
What are they going to do about the guy who was the other best part of the
Mandalorian?
Most recent... No.
Ahsoka. Ray Stevenson is close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll just
Rest
have
in actual peace.
he wrote no piss for him. He like Seinfeld. He rode off into like the distance, and then I guess they'll just be like, he died, and the girl will pick up his legacy or whatever because she's stranded on the planet too. So
Somebody said they could. Who is the guy he's been in a million things, but he's Ray Donovan.
Oh, Darkseid, Avril Lavigne. Yeah.
No.
yeah.
No, it wasn't, but that's
She's
exactly
not dead.
right.
She ran away and joined the Sith.
Yeah, she's all sithed up because her dude died. No, Liev Schreiber was suggested
Liev
to
Schreiber.
recast that part, but yours is so much better. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that's probably they'll either recast because he was going to be like a big part of
Yeah, that's
the
too bad.
thing
It was
leading
so
Just
into
recast,
you know.
please.
Yeah, but they should. I think they should. Yeah,
It's
and I
so
think they should
weird.
recast Kang because I don't think they should pivot again in
They're
the
already
MCU.
talking about recasting.
Yeah,
it's
because
gonna be-
it's just they've already fucked up too much of their canon. It's like it's barely holding together. Like
you need
I'm
some Loki
just-
tree. You need a little more Loki tree in your life.
for
is what it
real.
is.
Like he just was like, okay, we're literally tying it together.
I'm gonna put this shit together. And then I'll go play Hank Williams again or some shit. I don't know.
Love me some Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
I started watching Loki.
You mean
2
Tom
again.
Hiddleston?
Oh,
I Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston. Okay.
I will.
Yas.
Tom Hiddle stick with him because I enjoy his acting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You want a ball?
Yeah, my
Here's a
eldest
ball.
daughter had a thing for Tom Hiddleston for a while.
Understandable.
Yeah. That.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know who else had a thing for Tom Hiddleston? My missus over there, and I'm like, I see your point.
Yeah. No. He's very handsome. The more greasy he gets, the more handsome he gets.
He greases up so it's like Viggo Morgenstern. Viggo greases up very well.
Mortensen.
Aragorn.
Aragon,
Aragon.
because there is a child in the school system here named Aragon, and he had one of those women mothers who you can only describe.
One of those women mothers.
One of those women mothers you can only describe as fishwife-like. So you just hear Aragon.
That's a fake dragon from a bad movie.
Is it? As opposed to a real dragon from a good movie?
Yeah. Like Smaug.
Did she mean Aragorn or So there's Aragorn.
I think it's
from Lord of the
Aragon.
Rings.
Is it
Aragon, the
ERAG?
shitty
Oh,
dragon.
yeah, that's right.
You're
There's
asking
Aragorn, which
such
is
good
Aragorn.
Strider.
questions. Okay, fun fact: not really a Tolkien person. Just not my thing.
No.
Never
Well,
made
you
it.
are the
From the looks of this
token.
live stream, yes, you are.
That's
Oh, there it is. There it is.
we
Imagine-
same page club.
Imagine if Rowan was here.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, have you seen the title? Have you seen the title of the episode, George?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Can he see it? I don't know.
I think so.
I
Go
can't
out of
see it.
full
See, I
screen.
have another one.
Yeah.
Ssnotwasscall? Yes. And I was going. He hit me with that beforehand, and I said, I was going to wait for something like that to come on, and then I was going to bring in the copy of White Fragility and just hold it up and weep softly.
Yeah. That's good. It's a good piece of business. Yeah. And then I'd be like, yeah, man.
So,
Shut up, bro. Get your ass out of here.
yeah, that was always. Yeah, you always had a solid impression. I can't do him anymore. I used to be able to do him, but that was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, you still got that. Yeah, I don't have that.
Still
I
got
don't have
the
that
Beavis.
register anymore.
And then the butthead, shut up, Davis. And
That one I can still. Although the one I have gotten good at is, have you ever watched Letterkenny?
Oh, hell no.
no.
Wayne, hurry now. Oh, no.
Not so
One
bad.
time I was
Good
one
news.
time with this senorita. Wait,
There's a show called Letterkenny.
is
and,
he enjoying
they-
it, or did he get locked out again?
I'm still here in some capacity.
Palpy, what happened?
I'm
Palpy,
gonna
that's what they should call him.
Somehow he's returned. I'm gonna
Palpy.
boot you and then bring you back in, and hopefully that'll help something. Oh no,
Oh.
you're back.
You moved. There he is.
Do this.
I
Do one of
have
these.
Don't do it.
died
It's a trap.
before.
I am the Senate.
Oh, I do have my emperor impression is
Hashtag not my emperor.
not my emperor is my it's 2 words. Jedi. Blech.
And blah. I'm just
I thought it was
making
going to be-
sure. Counts as another word.
Do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the reason I started talking about all those goddamn Star Wars
An
movies is
hour
because
and a half ago.
we had to shut the fuck up. We haven't been on for an hour, and I saw that thing before
Seemed
you
a-
were born or
It
whatever
seemed a
it
little
was.
harsh.
Anyway, shut up.
Julesy. Jules.
I've seen the prequels within the past 3 years,
I'm sorry.
maybe 3 or 4 times, and the last time was on this run, and I just noticed something in the second chronological movie, since that's how you're indoctrinating your poor children into
So
this.
sorry.
That it looks like it was filmed on an. Well,
Yes.
Looked like it was filmed on what?
on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Ah.
on an
Really- it
iPhone
was
from like
early
2008.
1080p. Yeah.
Yeah, it's anyway, something I noticed, shitty CG and digital rendering or not, it's that in the second movie, one of the famous breakout characters, Watto, famous beloved slave owner and junk dealer, he's got a new affect. Chris, do you remember what it was? I can't
I have
remember.
no idea what you're talking about.
Oh
Jules.
man, but in Star
sorry,
Wars
George.
Episode
I'm so
2,
sorry. So
George Lucasfilm's Attack of the Clones, I'm pretty sure that Watto's got a hat. Did
Yeah,
you know
Watto
this,
has a
George? Watto's got a
Yeah.
hat in,
Yeah, but-
Yeah.
But Jules,
Not
you
just
haven't
any
done
hat. It
your
looks like
Watto
a
impression.
World War One.
it really does.
Noble-
Yeah, like a Jay Garrick fucking, like the
Like a
first
Golden Age
At a
Flash?
jaunty
yeah,
angle, no less.
yeah, exactly. At a jaunty. See, somebody gets it.
See,
This
hey,
is why we do
you know
this
what?
segment,
Jedi!
because
What do you know?
once
Jedi. That Jedi doesn't work on me.
The Jedi. I am not the stereotype.
So-
you are.
So it was,
It's me.
It's a me.
That was the segment. That's
Is
it.
that the sound of him slowly
you very
expiring?
Yeah, he's dying because George Lucas, I think, slowly realized by the next movie.
Very
we
slowly.
can't put Watto
Oh.
in this.
So have they done anything about the racial stereotypes in the first one? When the Jedi are coming?
Good.
They
And
say,
that's all I'm gonna do."
Jedi. I'm not doing the one.
Legal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, Newt Gunray.
Newt Gunray? That's a character's name?
Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
Trade
So when did they
Federation
find
guys.
the unobtainium? That's what I want to know.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but although there's a great moment with those guys early on in that scene, in that film, when they fuck up the whole thing and the Jedi's get down to the planet and it all
Yeah.
blows up, and then they have the conference with Palpatine and
Mhm.
and they have to tell him they fucked up, and he goes, "I never want this stunted slime in my sight again," and he goes, and like literally backs out of the frame.
He shrivels. I mean,
There are moments I contend
It was
that
great.
there are
That is,
genuine moments in
Man, the Cody
every
shit.
one of those godforsaken things. You know, all those first movies. I mean, obviously the third one. I hate you. I hate you. All that shit. But there's something in each of them, like the fucking, you know, the guys they kill in the first movies have the best parts, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there's something, and even the Obi-Wan series that was so disappointing had
It should have been a movie. They were gonna make it a
Yeah.
movie, then
I
they just
agree.
made
The
it a
fucking-
show for no
honestly,
fucking reason.
And
the-
don't
They
make
still
the kid
spent like
Leia.
two.
Don't.
No,
don't
there was no
shackle
reason
yourself.
for that.
Don't
That's just
shackle
No.
yourself with that.
that's too much. Hey, remember? If they had just gone with old
Him on Tatooine
beaten,
fighting off
defeated
Darth
fucking-
Vader, you know, and just like
There was a genuinely good character arc where you see him having no idea what to do with the Force and slowly getting back and then slowly remembering what he was.
yeah, and then
Like
that last
that is a
fight
genuinely
scene,
great moment. Yeah.
that last
Yeah,
fight scene would have
totally
had
would.
some import, and like I mean, it's a great scene,
and
like
that
the
other
thing,
scene where he's like where Vader and he's
just
not Vader,
rubbing him
he's
in the
Anakin.
fire, and it's like,
Yeah.
what does it feel like?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
If he had just
Does that feel
fuck
good?
you. Yeah. You like
Yeah.
that? You
Yeah.
like
Remember
that?
this shit? Remember this shit?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. How about I
a
burn your
good-
arm off, you piece of
There's
shit?
a good movie in these 6 45-minute episodes, which
Yeah.
is not, which means it's
Cannot
not a good
disagree.
series.
Cannot disagree. That one, but all of them,
But
even
Flea,
Ahsoka
come on,
had some
Flea.
stuff I love. Yeah. But
You
like,
had
yeah,
Flea.
him, there are
Yeah.
moments,
And
you
he was
get-
good.
You get
And so was
visions-
Benny Safdie. He was good as the Jedi, as a scared Jedi in the town that Vader like fucking makes an example of,
Right, and then there's
and then he just kills like just
oh, he
random
just goes
people.
through the town, just
It's
fucking
really
people up.
again, that would have been great in a movie.
Like
but-
the end of Rogue One.
Like
When they're-
exactly,
yeah.
it's that version of Darth Vader. He's still fucking spry and
Yeah.
pissed the fuck off.
You need early, super angry
Right,
Vader,
exactly.
like that.
You need
Yeah.
I hate you, Darth Vader.
Yeah, that somebody made the point that like the shit in the Obi-Wan one where he's dragging him through it, he's like, that's not Darth Vader, that's Anakin.
That's Anakin.
super
Yeah.
angry Anakin.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Right.
he hasn't completely given over yet. He's still
Yeah.
angry. Yeah. I will fuck you up.
Yeah. No, I think there's good stuff in the prequels. I think that
Don't you have to think that?
No.
I mean, didn't they come out
yeah.
when you were a
Yeah,
child?
and like those were some of the first movies where like that when I came out of the second one, I was like 12 and I was like yeah, that wasn't very good. That was fine.
We were so excited for those coming out.
Yeah.
Man, you just don't know. Like, Star Wars fans who had nothing. Like, we had Ewok movies and, like, weird cartoons.
Yeah, exactly.
And, fucking,
I was
and a weird
7
Marvel...
when the
and a weird
remasters
Marvel
came out,
comic
so-
book that had, like, a giant rabbit in it for some reason. Like, we had
Yeah,
nothing.
a giant
And then, like,
green.
yeah, bullshit. And then I saw it at the Senator when it came out. So I was extra disappointed. Yeah. That was just and those fucking teasers were so rad. Like the shit coming up over the hill. It's like you really can find 30 seconds of good in this movie. And that was it. Yeah. Question in the back?
Oh, I just want to know, can I talk?
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, bud. I saw the special editions, like they came out in theaters when I was 7. So I've always had access to like the Star Wars as like a thing,
No, you
as like
didn't.
a cultural thing. And like by 1997, everybody knew that like George Lucas was, you know, production had already started and it was like
Yep.
the biggest thing. It was the thing. And so, you know, it was like that. What else? What else was like a cultural touchstone like that before
Batman.
9/11? Obviously.
Batman.
Oh yeah,
1989,
Batman. Yeah. All them Batmans. Yeah.
All that- no, first Batman.
Batman, the first Batman. Yes. Yeah.
Batman.
I'm gonna wear out my welcome right now
What's that? Batman?
and reveal that my favorite Star Wars film
Yeah.
is Revenge of the Sith.
Wow.
Oh, that is a bold statement.
I will
I know.
say a bold statement.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. You made a choice.
I think that the politics in the Star Wars prequels are better than the politics in the West Wing. And
Yeah,
I think
fair.
that the fact that, I mean, it's pretty easy to do that because it's a more realistic,
Hey, I made it through the pilot of West Wing.
It's so bad. It's such a bad show. It's unwatchable. Anyway, I
I
think
love
that
Martin
the
Sheen,
problem
but yeah.
the problem oh
It's not
the
Sheen's
cast
fault.
the
It's not his
cast is
fault.
amazing. Aaron Sorkin is
Yeah.
a fucking monster. In multiple ways.
I understand sports night or sports call.
I
or
think
sports
that's the best thing he's done. I think it's like
Sports
that and the
everything.
Social Network are like, his
I did see the play of
Few Good Men.
yeah, and it was quite good.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
the movie happened, it was a very good play. I think I saw it at the Mechanic. Local references get you local work.
The
Or the
Jason
porn
Statham
version,
movie.
A Few Good Men.
I
think
I'm
Her
sorry.
no.
Go for it. Here you know.
I think that just so we can finish this segment, Watto's Got a Hat, which is what, when we talk about Star Wars, that's just what it's called.
Okay.
I think that the prequels were George Lucas's attempt at making Star Wars not just for babies. Honestly.
Yeah.
The
with that.
the political like aspect of it, I think, was his attempt at like saying, "Hey, I know that the old Star Wars like was just groundbreaking, and so that's part of the reason why it's so like canonical in people's culture, but I'm going to try to do something in this new era of," and then he got too bogged down. Plus, he didn't have the same editor for the first 3 movies, and he didn't have anyone else to say, hey, don't do that.
And no Carrie Fisher to like actually write dialogue for.
Or no Harrison Ford or Han Solo in the story to be like, hey, this shit's all stupid.
Yeah.
This is all really dumb.
This is stupid. Have you seen my chest hair?
Another hot take. I never
wait
liked
until
Han
Man
Solo.
of Steel for that.
You never liked Han Solo. Wow.
No, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
But
he's
I
an
guess that's
asshole.
what people like.
He's
about
super
it.
hot. That's the point. He's a super hot asshole. I will offer another
Hey,
hot
kid.
take. Hey kid. I tried to watch somewhere over shutdown or something. I watched the original trilogy. It doesn't hold up super great. And
It's
I
got
think
some.
it's
hinky
like
bit.
Pacing
exciting.
issues.
There are moments when they're running. When they're running, it's great. When there's shit going on, it's great.
Right. The set pieces are all great. It
was-
informed modern cinema, but
It was wonderful for when they kept the Force stuff vague. That's my big problem with the prequels. It's like, did you have to make it a flu?
you have to explain everything.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It was great when it was vague and it was aspirational. That's like the best Superman story. People are like, you can't write Superman. Oh, yes. And how come the best ones make me cry? Like Mark Waid's Birthright one is amazing.
Which is what they're doing, I think,
Mhm.
for James
That's it.
Gunn's Superman movie.
Like, I was a Marvel kid all the way, but Marvel Comics never, like, got me emotional. They had some beautiful Superman and Batman stories. Just saying.
Are we out of the asteroid field?
I feel like we've moved out of the asteroid field.
Okay. Chris, you said you had some stuff you wanted to say to George. In the
I'd
case
just like
of,
to apologize
There we go.
for my entire existence. To quote Dana Gould, whenever I meet somebody who knew me before I was 30, I just apologize and walk away. So Yeah, we were both, as I said, we were both very troubled teens. I think
Yeah,
that's a fair thing to
it
say.
seems like youth can be
Yeah.
thrown under the bus for this one.
Yeah.
I
Although we had some good times with apple salt years later.
we did.
That one blonde bartender who fucking hated us.
We should track him down. We should track him down. We should find where he lives. Show up with guitars.
Fuck you,
Hey,
man.
remember us?
Hey,
Remember us?
hey. Here's an hour and a half of your life you'll never get back, motherfucker. We tried so hard, George. We would go to this one bar's open mic in Fells Point. Was it like on a Tuesday or Wednesday? We drive all the way downtown. Downtown Baltimore seemed like a world away. It was probably 25 minutes if you did it right. It would take us an hour. And we go to this one open mic, and we'd set up and play. Be nobody in there, just this one bored-ass bartender just staring into space. It was... we must have done that for months.
Yeah.
And truly nothing came of it. Nobody cared.
Well, I think the third time we showed up, he blinked twice. And I thought
2 blinks.
that was progress.
I mean, that's something. I remember... There must have been 2 bartenders, because I remember a woman. So there must have been 2. I remember a woman who genuinely disliked us. And I said something about us playing...
Well, that's not new.
Yeah, well, yeah. I remember saying something to the effect, like after a month or something, yep, we're playing the same songs again. You got it. And she actually laughed. Like, she barked. It was the first time she ever, reacted to us.
People like when you're, self-aware. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Really? Because I was
No.
self-aware a lot. Well, I was bordering on the sociopathic in those days.
Oh,
and,
well, then there's you see, and there's that Ouroboros again.
And then I crossed the border.
Right, there you go. It's, hey now. The Oru border. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't Ouroboros with that, Jules.
That's better.
I was
That's better.
Well,
I know.
I was ripping off my favorite joke from Ghostbusters 2, but that's
The superior Ghostbusters movie.
Was it that
the one with an actual discernible plot.
Yes! And the really scary dude in the painting who turned
And
out
then-
to also be a monster in real life.
That was
my thing that I was gonna say about the
But you don't get to!
It's the only thing I know. That's the only thing I know about the movie. I'm
And
never
Peter
gonna watch
McNichol quietly
those
killing it.
movies.
So hard! You want to talk about
He's
a guy
not just
who...
Dragon Slayer, motherfucker.
No, not just Dragon Slayer with his little curly hair. He went hard in the paint on that one. He was great in that one. You're absolutely right. It was, god damn it, man, those movies are spotty. Like, I remember loving Ghostbusters, and then I tried to watch it again like a year ago. And I'm like,
And he's like, I don't remember this being this dull. It's like,
yeah, I'm like, fucking, god, I gotta go to bed in 2 hours. Like, is this ever gonna? Oh, great, Stay Puft Marshmallow. Oh, he's gone. Now, why is the girl in a leotard with like the crazy? I forgot all that shit.
oh, Jeannie Kasem in the party scene.
Yeah,
The
What in
true
the
monster of the.
Is that the blowjob ghost?
Oh no,
the blowjob ghost. No, that's in a different part of the movie.
That's
cool that there's a
the
blowjob ghost
montage
in
of
this
shit
movie.
They didn't have. Yes, there is.
I'm amazed.
That's
Well,
great.
I will say one positive thing for it. Special effects really hold up in the first one, way more than I expected them to. A lot of practical ones, and the CG stuff they did in there, like the things.
Yeah.
That worked out well. I think that's a technical term, right?
The proton streams. Yeah, those are
Proton.
hand animated. Those are hand drawn.
That would explain it. I did not know that. That would explain. That's like the great special effects in the early part, like the space stuff in Star Wars, where it's like these 2 pieces of like mylar that they kind of pull apart, and it does like the sky. I'm like, that's cool. If only they did a multi-part documentary about that.
I was about to say, like, that would be
I haven't heard
pretty
anything
cool.
about that. George, have you? I haven't heard a thing about that.
No.
Oh, speaking of George Lucas.
Yeah.
Nah, never mind. Nah, that's nothing. No, I'm just throwing names together. That's nothing.
You're just making words up now.
Yeah. Lucas isn't even a name.
Now, except with the lid off.
Nice.
It's pretty bad when I have realized it. more often than not now, when I laugh, it's mostly a bark noise and then a wheezing sound. It's a little concerning for
I love
all
a wheeze
involved.
laugh.
Quit it. Yeah.
Paul
it's not
Paul
great.
F. Tompkins is a wheeze laugher.
He is a wheeze. Paul F. Tompkins. Great wheeze laughter.
Yeah,
Well,
it's good.
Paul F. Tompkins.
He can't stop. He won't stop.
Can't stop, should stop. No, he shouldn't stop.
He
He
can't
shouldn't
Paul for Tompkins.
Can't stop, should stop.
That's our motto.
It is. It really is. If we ever make a shirt that no one will wear.
Also, obviously.
Watto's got it.
And we
Watto's-
just need to. I just need to. You know.
Hey, Watto gotta have it.
Spike Lee's controversial.
That's my
Star Wars
favorite
film.
Spike Lee movie.
That was the only good one he ever made.
Watto's gotta have it. I mean, come on. Just
School Days. School Days. The musical number in School Days is brilliant. So
There's a musical number in School Days? Is that
Yeah.
with DeButt?
that does have the butt, but that's not the sequence I'm talking about.
You know, I still
There's
have
a-
my 45 of DeButt. I just thought I should mention that.
Right.
I saw it the other day. I'm like,
We're in mixed company. That is rude.
What just happened?
What? You're talking about the butt.
DeButt, yeah. It's by
You
EU.
nasty.
It's by EU.
Ew.
You know, I never put that together till just now.
Oh, I've never heard of these people. What are we talking about?
They were a,
What-
they were a,
I
a
will-
DC.
I will- Yeah,
I've heard of
They
the
were-
butt.
yeah. They were a dance group. I guess they were part of like the go-go movement.
Yes,
out
they were one of the
DC.
go-go bands.
Hey,
yeah.
we got
Go-Go.
Michelle and Cello out of that. So
Oh,
Did
I
she
like
come
her.
out of that?
she was part of that scene. Yeah,
She's the shit.
Yeah, she's great.
Still and
Yeah.
all. Still and all.
Grammy
Still
winner.
The shit. Yeah,
yeah?
that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
her album Omnichord Songbook won Best Alternative Jazz Album.
What is
Alternative
alternative
jazz.
jazz?
I mean,
does
what
that
is
mean?
alternative
Is that rock
rock,
music?
dude? Yeah,
Like, what is-
exactly.
It's it's R&B by Blurds, and
It just got Kamau Bell up there. It's like, I didn't know I played bass.
yeah, that's what it
I
is.
appreciate. I
Does he
appreciate
play
you.
bass?
recorded by black folks that read books, and
Oh, that's
Did
you
I
can't
say-
trust those.
no, they're scary.
Mm-hmm.
Although I thank Jonathan Capehart for coming up with the term blurred, and that just
That's funny.
I think. I
made me
think I
feel so
actually.
seen.
I think I actually learned it from Kamau Bell because it's in the subtitle of his book.
Huh?
W. Kamau Bell, he stand up and he does.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's
His
good.
book.
I
Yeah,
like him.
I enjoy him.
Yeah, he's funny.
He had
Yeah.
a really good post about Tracy Chapman
Tracy
just-
Chapstick.
showing up and doing that thing on the Grammys, and everybody thought it was
Happy
great.
baby fast car.
Happy
I'm gonna
Bubba.
take baby in well. Happy baby down, baby down.
Have you been hiding this cover all this time?
Yeah.
Don't hide your light under a bushel, Emily.
Heaven and now, and a bear now. Heaven and a bond and a little bit of money. Heaven and a It's like I know just some words.
I wasn't
And
ready for the little
rest
bit of
is
money.
Happy Bubba
I
now.
almost dropped this on
think that was
myself. I was
it.
like, "Bit it."
Correct.
And I'm like, might be worth it. Might be worth it. Might be worth being sticky for. Who's to say?
I'll say.
And all
Everybody
these 30-year-olds on Reds who just discovered her for the entire world.
Unbelievable. I've known
I think
about
it's
her
fantastic.
for my entire goddamn
Now,
life.
see, that
This-
makes me happy.
I know
Like,
that song was a giant hit.
that
It's
album
not
is
trying to hit.
incredible.
That
The entire
album
was
was
a bestseller.
huge.
It was great.
Yeah.
I remember taking it into my freshman English class when I was.
She's
15.
got her ticket
Yeah.
as a fucking slam.
That whole record is
Oh, so good.
amazing.
For my
think
lover. What?
Yeah, there's that whole thing. The guy who wrote Rounders and then wrote Billions, Brian Koppelman,
Yes.
is the one who discovered her because
What?
his father was a head muckety muck at a label, and he did some A&R, and he saw
Michael
her
Koppelman at Warner.
in a bar.
Right?
Yeah, but Brian Koppelman is the guy who signed her, and it's like they had that relationship. Like he's like, "You're great," and she kept just not being interested, and he signed her, and then they never had anything to do with each other again.
What
And
is that the thing he's best known for?
No, he's known for writing rounders and all kinds of boring male shit.
But like music industry wise.
Music industry wise, no, Rounders is not a bad movie, but there's the stuff. But that's the same writing partner that he wrote Billions with.
Andrew
So-
Ross Sorkin.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Not
No
related
relation.
somehow. Yeah.
Who did interview Elon Musk in that really embarrassing interview at the end of last year or the beginning of this one, where
You're gonna have to be more specific.
where whoa, fuck, what was it? He talked about how advertisers were leaving Twitter, and he was like, well, then I just let them leave, and then we'll just lose the money, and then that'll be the like he just fucking self-owned it. I mean, it was.
I don't think he's all there. I think he's another one. Not on a
Too much
Kanye
ketamine.
level of not okay. Just not okay. You can't even make fun.
I think George has a point where like he's probably on a lot of prescription drugs that he got through strange means.
Like through hymns.
Yeah.
Yeah. For real, have you seen his hairline in the
I
PayPal
mean-
picture and then now he's
Whenever
using
one of those
something.
comes up, you mean like Steve Carell after the first season of The Office?
Steve Carell. I like Steve Carell, and I just do not like that show.
I can't watch any of those mockumentary
I
shows
know
we've talked about.
Parks and Rec is the best one, but it doesn't
I'm
matter.
happy for you.
I
Hey,
bet
I like
Elementary actually is the best one.
What
I
about
like
the
The Good
original
Place.
British version of the Office?
Oh
Ricky
yeah, of
Gervais.
course, yes, of course.
Although
All the
Ricky
original
Gervais,
stuff is
I don't know
better.
about it.
But then you have to acknowledge
Ricky
that
Gervais.
person still exists.
Well, look,
God.
you don't have to. You can just
He
pretend.
dicked out
like,
hard, didn't he?
like
Oh,
how-
well, what's your thing? No,
like-
I will give Joel's credit. That's more money poisoning.
it's money poisoning. It's like
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was born poor. He went to Woodland Elementary School, like 2 miles from where I am right now. I wasn't born.
And
poor.
now he rules a town that
But
he's
yeah,
born in,
now he
Ohio.
owns a town.
Yeah.
But like I
That's
but
some Kim Basinger shit.
but still.
Yeah, but she was never funny, so it's not the same.
Well, there you go.
Not on
Yeah.
purpose, no.
No.
I
Vicky Vale.
have a copy of the album that Prince tried to produce for her.
No.
It is unintentional
Was this off of the
comedy.
Batman stuff?
It was from that era, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, is it as bad? Like it is? Is it as bad as what's her name's? Like where she couldn't even sing? Who's the dancer? Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra.
Is it as
No, Carmen
Yeah.
Electra's album is better.
okay? Because Carmen
I
Electra
mean,
didn't even try to
the
sing.
band
She
track.
just rapped through the whole thing.
Yeah, she just
Hey! Remember, her name is Carmen Electra, and she's not in the middle.
right. But hey,
Didn't mean to
you
shut
know,
everything down like that. So
She looked great doing it, though.
yes,
You know,
she's very good at it. She had a skill.
I can watch Chappelle show without thinking of Dave Chappelle because I can just pretend that Dave Chappelle retired after season 2, and then he never came back, and that's a shame. But live your truth, boo boo. It's
Yeah.
better than coming back and just having your whole identity as being a transphobe. Because
Yeah.
that
You know what
seems
happened to him?
exhausting.
You know what happened to Chappelle? I think he
poisoning.
didn't have Paul Mooney to regulate his ass anymore.
Or Neil Brennan.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Like you
I mean-
can when you get enough money, you can insulate yourself
It feels
from
like-
anybody
yeah.
who would criticize you, and that's what we see with all of these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk, even Donald Trump, a fake rich person, could do it. But like real rich people, like Dave Chappelle, like Elon Musk, like Will Smith, who thinks that it's okay to slap somebody.
Somebody a foot and a half
Keep
shorter than
Will
you.
Smith's name
Oscars.
out your fucking mouth.
Okay, then I'm gonna get out
George,
of here.
wait, whoa,
just
whoa, whoa.
for a
George,
second. Okay,
Did you just curse on the internet? For shame.
4 whole
Or
shames.
shizzle.
4 of them. One shame,
Oh.
shame,
Hold on.
shame, and shame.
Okay, now you can go.
Thank you.
You done?
Good night, everybody. I do have to go to the bathroom. So, Chris, would you mind playing a song?
I don't have to.
But I would like you to.
But you're gonna leave, and then George has to
I
listen
have
to me play a song.
a speaker system here, and I would like you to feel uncomfortable
Okay, I
around
got
your
you.
friend. And, George, does it help that he's going to feel uncomfortable playing this song?
Deeply uncomfortable, George.
Oh yeah, I'll sit and listen intently.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that just makes it so much
Yeah,
worse.
I like that. I like that a lot. You know what? I'm gonna boot myself from the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and
Please
then
do that.
it'll just be you guys. But Chris, you'll be small, and George will be big.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what,
Let's do that because
wait,
representation matters.
Do I have to go get the book?
Happy Black History Month, y'all.
What?
Oh God. I didn't plan that. That was just
No.
pretty fun. That was just a good time.
You seem pretty happy about it.
I'm,
You know
I'm
what?
pleased
happy
with
for you.
myself. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
I really do have to pee, so I'm gonna go.
George, I'd just like to mention that Joylene said, "Why don't you just call the show Two Assholes Talking?" And then tonight she said, "Well, you know, since you have a guest, Three Assholes Talking." So just so you know,
You're
He
one of
lost-
the. You're one of the family.
consider yourself.
Consider yourself.
Oh, that's such a bad show that I loved so much until I realized how bad it was and how super racist Fagin was.
Okay.
Oh my God. Did we lose George?
Uh-oh.
I want to believe that he's making those noises on purpose. George, you're back?
I am back.
You were making weird slurpy noises?
I was. No.
I
I was quietly contemplating the sound of one asshole clapping.
the pep. I'm
Back.
trying to find a song. What are you in the mood? I wrote way too many songs since I moved to Erie, like over 200 since we came here in 2016.
Oh,
So here they all are. No, I started. I didn't really do solo stuff, like again, after we tried to play together,
oh.
and then I met Joylene in 1998, and I didn't play solo on purpose until like 2016. So what do you want to hear?
Perhaps if you have something about personal disillusionment.
Yeah, I got one of those.
A couple.
You betcha. Let's see.
What's your fucking deal?
Hey, what's your fucking deal? I don't know because we didn't sound check. Can you hear that at all?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Well enough to get the idea of a song, or should I turn it up? Or leave it turned down? Or
No,
turn it up?
I think it'll be good. That's about right. Just as long as it's comfortable for you.
I mean, I'm generally I couldn't get uncomfortable, so I was going to say discomfortable. So I am not discomfortable.
As long as you're not in distress.
I am discomstressable.
Try that.
I did have a band for a minute. It did not work out. But when you hear the hook to this song, and this is what the band was called, it will make sense. Anyone could come up with a goal, do the work to make it clear. Craft a plan with incremental moves and such to last throughout the year. Show initiative and nerve, blaze a path for all to see. With intellect and moxie and such style, what a wonder they would be. But see, we've already gone on too long, and no one wants to hear this song. We're local failures, we know how to do it wrong. You see, it takes a difference of mind to forge a losing road. One untroubled by successes and achievements, for example, someone showed. Standing to the side while others go about their lives and make their way. Baffled by the compromise and necessary steps to make continue on with effort that seems futile and misguided even now. No matter how far you may have gone to beat a hammer and the nail, there's always time to crash and burn. It's never too late to fail. Let's fail and let this be a hope swan song. You know, if you listen this long with local failure, we know how to do it wrong. We know how to do it wrong. We know how to do it wrong. You made it back.
I shouldn't be big. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
You
I
should
didn't-
not have come back.
I didn't know, or maybe I did. I guess it kind of sounds familiar that
What's
you
that?
named a band after like that.
Well, I wrote
Or is
that's
it
a second
vice versa?
song I've written called Local Failures.
Failure.
The song came first. It was my second favorite idea for an alt country band name, Local Failures. My first favorite was Consolation Handjob. And for whatever reason, that one just never worked out.
Try it now, 2024.
Although I will
Ground is
say,
ripe.
I said that, and Joy Lean's like, no, that's a song. And I did try writing a song. It sounded, oddly enough, it sounded very Jimmy Buffett-like.
Ain't
but-
nothing wrong with that, baby.
And all I remember from it, rest in peace, all I remember from it is
Got eaten by dinosaurs.
Consolation Handjob and No We Can't Be Friends. That's what I remember from that song.
That's
But
fantastic.
yeah, I started a band called Local Failures, and it blew up, which kind
It
of
blew
makes
up?
sense. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
in the
not
bad
good
way.
No,
okay.
no, bad way.
Like all of my bands blew up, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the one that like died peacefully in its sleep.
Yeah. No, in the hide my house for 6 months way.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of my songs, George.
So George, and you're sure you don't want to play a song? You don't even want to try? Just give us a little,
If you're not up for it, don't
you know,
push.
you know, but like, you know, if you're into it, you know, give your balls a tug.
Give your balls a tug. Oh, Shorzy. How did that turn into
I do
such a good show?
I do promise next time because
Okay.
I'm just getting over a bout of COVID and
Okay, and
Oh,
you're
man. But I thought
please
COVID was
please
over.
don't talk about illness because
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's mean.
Nothing.
That's for the after
for the
party.
after
it's not,
show.
it's
We
not
can
real
talk
anyway.
about that.
So.
Yeah, no, it's a Chinese hoax, just like global
Why'd
warming.
you go and
Yeah.
make up a
Don't
but
make me lapse into my Alex Jones. Do not.
Well, hey
Oh,
now,
no.
they're turning all the frogs gay. All right, you know, listen,
the freaking frogs.
listen now, citizen journalists. I'm here to tell you.
Citizen,
these articles that it's all proven. They admit it.
Listen, don't look. Buy my supplements. All right, look. It doesn't matter how red I get. You guys will get whatever color you want to get. I want to get red.
I just can't give that guy.
and shiny like me.
I just can't give that guy any oxygen. You know.
Look, he needs a lot of oxygen because he
no,
can't breathe. That's why
did
his
send-
body is so sinewy.
I did send Jules a picture of a car that was, oddly enough, it's out in front of the hippie commune place that I go to get like granola and shit. Like, I'm not kidding. And it
Muesli.
was a car with not one, not two, not three, but 4 separate InfoWar stickers on random parts. I'm like, why are you here?
In case he forgot that he
Yeah.
likes InfoWars. I'm assuming it's a man because, you know, statistically.
No, it wasn't.
What?
Yeah.
What kind
was
of
the one.
witchcraft is this? Oh, hold on. This, I guess, technically counts as a girl reference.
Different girl.
Different girl, still a reference. And there are only 2 genders.
I remember very. Do you know?
That's
know,
not. I don't believe that.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I can't let that just go.
Yeah, sure you can. Oh, Blues.
Oh God.
So anyway, George, yeah, that's one of my songs.
That's one of his songs.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that one.
Do I play a song?
I mean,
we
George
t-
doesn't want you to.
Do we talk about your song? What do
I
we
don't
do
know.
here? What is this?
What-
I'm
how does
still
the
trying to
internet work?
remember why I brought up British chat shows because I had a point.
You were going for Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, but it was slightly before that. Ugh. I'll watch back and I'll be like, oh, ooh, oh.
And you'll comment in time in the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so George, I know you're not feeling up to playing. Respect that, despite what Emily may have said.
Hey,
But
I don't respect anything.
you're involved in some musical projects in your town now, correct?
Yeah, I've been doing a few things here, and I mean, we have a surprisingly large music scene.
I'm not surprised by that at all. That doesn't sound surprising.
I'm shocked.
The population of 89,000 up here, so it's kind of wall to wall bands and venues. And
Are you in downtown? Are you near downtown? Whereabouts are you?
right now, I'm living on the West End, but I mean that's about 10-15 minute drive downtown, so
Okay.
it's not too spread out over here.
Is it Minneapolis or is it a different?
No, I'm way up north. I'm about 2.5 hours north of
Oh, okay. So you're in
in
you're in a
Duluth.
small-
So I'm almost to
Oh.
Canada.
Me too. I mean,
Twins.
I'm
Oh,
seriously.
so cute.
We looked and we were considering going to see the Blue Jays at some point, and we're 3 hours from Blue Jays Stadium in Toronto.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're about 3 hours out from Thunder Bay,
I don't know Thunder Bay, but I believe you.
Thunder Bay, Ontario. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're not actually in Erie. We're in a small township outside of Erie called Fairview. So we're about
Okay.
20 minutes even from downtown Erie, but I'm an hour and change from downtown Cleveland. It's a really weird little area. I'm an hour and change from Cleveland, 2 hours from Pittsburgh, and not quite 2 hours to Buffalo. So there's nothing here,
Buffalo.
but I'm not that far from things.
Yes, beautiful.
Do you mean Buffalo, or you're just trying to be hipster
beautiful.
about it? Or
I think that must be what I meant.
Buffalo.
Beautiful.
Buffalo.
Beautiful.
Buffalo, land of
Buffalo.
Cleve. Land of Cleve. Hurry now.
Buffalo.
Yeah, but I never. It's funny. My more recent former bassist, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. If he happens to be watching, said he would
Hi,
flip it on.
Kevin.
We were messaging,
monster.
and he's like going to all these different shows. He's like, "Yeah, I checked out this band. I found out about the best. I'm going to see this other band." And I'm like, "That sounds like fun." I keep seeing bands I like playing in Cleveland, or Pittsburgh, or the aforementioned Buffalo, and I just don't go. Like I even know people in those towns. Like I could meet up with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, no, I haven't effectively left the house for something other than like doctor's appointments, groceries, and get the kids at school for months.
Right.
So
Yeah, I've been kind of forcing myself to do that. I mean, I've been playing in, of all things, a cover band for a couple of years now.
What kind
is
of
that the
cover
one you're
band?
playing keyboards in?
Yeah. The band formerly known as Laura Velvet, we just had kind of a personnel shakeup in there, and we've decided to retire that name and that whole shtick. So we're
It's
I
funny
thought
how that works
was
out.
the name. Okay.
that was the name.
No, I
we're
mean,
now-
I thought the band formerly known
Formerly known.
as... Right, yeah, I
FKA.
thought that was...
formerly known as
FKA,
Laura
yeah.
Faka.
Yeah.
FKA.
Faka. Hey, Faka.
Velvet.
Hey,
We're
Faka.
Hey, Faka.
Oi, we're Faka.
Hey, Faka Twigs.
Oi,
Bloody Faka Twigs over here, mate.
Faka.
Bloody oath.
Faka, Minnesota.
Faka, bloody Faka New
Faka.
Amsterdam. That's what we call New York.
Faka.
Bloody
Piggy
Faka.
fucking blinder.
Piggy fucking... Okay.
Oh
this
my
is-
God! The end of have you guys? Okay, I know you've watched
have,
Emily,
yeah.
but somehow have you watched Peaky Blinders?
No, I haven't done
Piggy
Peaky
fucking
Blinders.
Okay, Peaky.
Right.
Somehow cover your ears for a second. Emily,
I'll if I boot you. Well, if I boot him from the stream, I don't know if he'll.
don't get booted. Yeah, if you're not planning to watch it, it's okay. Or I'll just try to keep it vague. The fucking that it's such a good show. It's such a good show, and then that fourth season happened. You're not wrong. It's terrible.
It's
and
not
then
terrible.
there are things I don't like about it.
There's just exactly. It's the season 5 of Justified of that
fucking,
show.
It's a fucking Brando impression that's just I don't know why it's happening.
Hey man, look, I got
But then on the upside, I've never wanted to see a fictional character die more.
Yeah.
Truly. But then, okay, just in case, George, look away. Fucking Parliament?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey, and you know what?
What? Other things happen?
Dude, come on. Like, it's like, okay,
That
so
made
you
me
know,
so angry.
So you know me, right?
I do.
You know, like, my whole deal about
We've
what
met.
I stand
We
for,
haven't met,
and
but we've spent hours and hours and hours talking.
I've never seen us in the same room. George, you can attest to
George,
this.
we've never been in the same room.
We've never been in the same room, so
Not
we
one
might be
time.
the same person. Who
But
knows?
we'd have to have known because one of us would have been playing guitar, and we're both left-handed.
And so one of us
my
would be like,
first
"Hey,
reaction-
you're, let's, you want
every time."
Which one of you is Ed Norton and which one of you is Brad Pitt?
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, I think yes as well. Yeah, I'm the worst qualities of both of those people. I'm the parts of Ed Norton that wanted to rewrite.
Rewrite? What was that?
Hey,
Did you need me to say it for
American
you?
History X. Let's see, is this a movie? I'm the Ed Norton I'm the part of Ed Norton that wanted to rewrite the Incredible Hulk. Yes, and I'm the part of Brad Pitt that is all the bad parts of Brad Pitt.
And are you the part of Ed Norton that managed to screw things up with Salma Hayek?
What? You know what? I watched the Ravens lose that game, so how do you fuck this up is not in my vocabulary anymore. Sports!
You sportsed.
Sports.
They
really fucked that
They
up.
really did.
Like, I wouldn't talk about it unless it's like a Secret Invasion level fail. Like, just how bad that show was is how bad they did in that game. It's just...
I will say, George, did you ever get past the sports ball thing? Did you ever have a passing interest in anything sporting related?
No.
Just curious. Okay. Totally allowed.
I'm a former sports.
Yeah, he's.
I'm a reformed sports,
he has a sports
and now I'm
injury.
a sports ball.
Don't you have a sports injury?
I think that may be it, but it may have been from something else because, I danced after that, and so maybe I tweaked something that way.
I fell in love with baseball in 2005, and 2005 to 2018, huge fan. Moved out. I had moved out of Baltimore by then. They had the worst. The Orioles had the worst season in the history of the Major League Baseball, and my dad died. So I was set on baseball for a while. And then I started to get interested again. And this past year, the 14-year-old got interested in football. And this is a child who I used to be his favorite person, and then he wanted nothing to do with me. And suddenly he started to show an interest in a thing again. So I'm like, I could watch some football, and we had something to talk about. And it turns out.
But were you ready for some football?
I mean, is anyone really ready for some football?
But given that it's in 2 days, less than 2 days,
Nope,
about
won't be watching.
30-something hours.
Give a shit.
But
Puppy Bowl. Don't talk about
are you
20
ready
years of
for
Puppy
some?
Bowl.
I do Puppy Bowl. Puppy Bowl 20.
Puppy Bowl. You know, there's a doc talk. There is a Doc Boys. There, Max has a documentary on 20 years of the Puppy Bowl.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't it? I won't watch it. I could give a shit. I don't really like dogs, but it's nice.
My 8-year-old loves the.
Yeah. People fucking lose their mind when they find out you don't really like animals. So these people could walk, I hate children. I wish they just round children up. I'm like, what?
Yeah, or espouse certain views on certain geopolitical things going on right now.
But they still like dogs.
But they still like dogs, so they're fine. Liberals are wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the era that brought us doesthedogdie.com. So.
For real. You know how there's
warning about a child found somewhere.
Right.
They didn't tell you that shit in Broadchurch. I didn't make it past the first episode. Fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you.
And it gets worse.
I'll never know.
Yeah, no,
I will never fucking know.
Yeah, the second season is just the fallout from the first season, but
Fuck.
the third season is worse. It's worse.
You know what I'm gonna do, Jules?
It's really good,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
believe
so
you.
terrible. Yeah, don't watch Broadchurch. Yeah, if you like,
You know what? I'll just go watch Justified again.
That's I'm really about to do that.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm really looking for. Should we sync up?
I mean,
You want to wait a couple months?
George, have you Justified yet?
No, I haven't. I just got into True Detective, so I'm.
Oh, okay.
haven't
True
seen-
Detective season 1. Yes.
Ooh, Tokyo Vice is back with a second season on Max.
The first 6
Just happened.
episodes of the first season, I will say.
Of True Detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it went into some trippy
The
QAnon
Carcosa shit. The
end of
Carcosa
Get
shit.
Out
Yeah,
shit,
exactly.
so-
This is pre-QAnon, but I think it informed QAnon. I'm
I think you
almost
should stop
certain.
saying that word just so we don't get picked up on some kind of
TrueAnon,
search.
the podcast. TrueAnon, Brace Belden, TrueAnon. Okay, they'll get the flack for it now. Yeah, it's not us.
I don't know
QAnon
what happened.
Anonymous, my favorite podcast.
That's also a good podcast.
Hey, I'm
TrueAnon
a-
and QAnon Anonymous. Those are good. They're buddies with the Chapo guys. They're
Yes, they are. Chapel
yeah,
Trap House, yeah.
Yep.
Oh wait, that chop house. Somebody involved in that did a whatever that El Chapo house, whatever it is.
Yeah, no,
somebody
you're
involved
right.
in that did a music podcast I really liked, but I can't remember what it's called now. It was really good though. I didn't say it was a
Dogs in
Great
Space?
story. What is it?
No Dogs in Space? Or...
No.
No, that's one of the last podcast guys. Okay. Last
Um.
podcast on the left.
Okay. One of the Chapo guys did. Okay. Well then, it was either Felix, Matt,
One
Will,
moment, please.
or Amber
No. Oh, it's called.
or Virgil, maybe.
It's called And Introducing. Talking about books about music with Molly and Chris.
Yeah, Chris, the producer
Everett.
from that. No, that's him. That's this guy. That's you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you.
I quite enjoyed that podcast for a minute. They did a bunch of books that I thought were. They did a bunch of things about bands that I don't like, but I think they're interesting, like the Replacements and.
Yeah, I like
And,
stuff like that.
How
Yeah.
dare you? Impugn the name of Minnesota's own The Replacements.
See, I have a
Oh,
theory.
don't ask
Right.
him how he feels about Prince.
In the name of Paul Westerberg, I damn thee.
I like Tommy Stinson's solo work. I love the Bash and Pop records. Does that count for anything?
No.
Nope.
I'm gonna order from Pizza Hut. You guys want anything?
Yeah, I could eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some
I,
wings,
I had this.
Some
I had
wang?
this.
some wangs. I'm a wing slut,
Wags.
so
He is. He totally is. I had a
really
theory
am.
for a while there that didn't bear out. That you only were really into one. A person was only really genuinely into one Minnesota band, and mine was the Jayhawks. So the other ones never really appealed
isn't that
to
the
me.
That's
Kansas?
fair.
Isn't that the Kansas University
They
sports
started
team?
putting out records again. Loris's voice has held up surprisingly well, and he's like pushing 70.
Yeah. Gary did a solo
Gareth.
show
Yeah, a solo show that you saw.
in
You saw a
Duluth. Yeah. I didn't get to see it.
You
I spaced it out and I missed it.
You know, for a person who hasn't made it to a show that wasn't from a band where I knew everybody in the band in years
Same.
and years,
Same. So
Yeah.
the fucking same.
there's the best show that I've seen since I moved here. There's a group called the LEC. Now, look, that this is all going to sound bad, but you have to go with me for a second.
Okay.
It stands for the Lower East Side Connection, and they called them. Look, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
You're just digging a hole
just so-
even
this
wider
whole-
and
it's
deeper
so
for you
bad,
to fall in.
But
Okay, let's
they
go.
were described as hippie hop, and it was the worst. I wouldn't go see them for years because of how bad.
I'm gonna
that
boot
description
him from
was.
the stream real fast. Okay, so George, so we're gonna have to just reconcile with what Chris just said, and I'm just putting him in timeout so that he feels.
I'm going to need to sit with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw them After years of wanting nothing to do with that because it sounded awful. And what they turned out to be is they were a live band with two rappers. And I saw them, and they were genuinely great. Like, worst description ever of a really good band. The best show I've seen since I moved here was in, like, a house party in somebody's basement. And I saw them, and they were fucking fantastic. Yeah, they were really, really good. And I don't know everybody in the band, but I know, like, half the band.
What's the name?
The LEC.
Lech.
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 Lech. But they're a fantastic live band, but they're like a live band with two rappers, but they're really good. Despite all the, like, I get it, but they were great. And I wasn't high because I don't like that. But I had been drinking, but that's a separate thing entirely because alcohol's good for you. Remember, they call it a solution for a reason. Wait, what was that, George?
I said, alcohol is your friend.
Yeah.
I think that kind of puts me in mind of something I saw recently that it blew my mind in a very good way, and it was by someone I knew. It was a stage show that was at our recently restored North Shore Theater. Beautiful, like, old movie house / event theater that they've been doing a lot of live performances, musicals. It's really fantastic place. I remember it's dive bar era, so it's very nostalgic for me. But there was a show called Sundown on the Jasper County Jewel. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. I mean, it's basically a musical play.
Is it hippie hop?
And no, it's not hippie hop.
Okay, less interesting.
It's actually, in the weirdest way, it's actually a country western musical. Stay with me on this.
I'm in. I'm already in. Keep going,
Stay with
please.
Me. It's a country western musical, which surrounds the events in different eras of this old rundown old concert venue.
Doesn't involve time travel. If it involves time travel, Jules is going to be so angry.
No, not angry. No, that's not the
it's
sounds
just
I'm making.
Vignettes from different eras.
That's kind of time travel,
venue.
so I'm
But
just gonna come now.
Here's the special touch. Here's a special touch on it.
Oh, special! I don't think Jules needs any special touching right now.
There's no more touches.
The authors of the piece, Toby Thomas Churchill, who's a genius songwriter, you should look him up on the internets, and his wife Annalise Rosen wrote the book of music, and they, for the express purpose of having it performed by the clients of a company they work for called Choice Unlimited, which is an organization that helps folks with cognitive disabilities or developmental challenges seek meaningful work and develop skills.
Okay.
And they were the cast. And they performed these songs with Toby put together a band. And it was phenomenal. Just the sheer beauty of it, just because Toby's a genius as a songwriter. And also and with the added dimension of having people who wanted to express themselves, and they were given a place to do it in a beautiful setting. And I dehydrated myself from bawling.
Yeah, you needed some electrolytes after
it was
sanguinated.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where you know somebody for a long time, they're good at something, and then they do something that's just.
George, are you sure you weren't talking about the song I played for you earlier? Because if so, I understand.
Not only that, and probably second only to the song that
Oh my god!
Which was lovely.
Thank you so much, but I did not mean to undercut your story.
But no, I just had to get a shout out to it because it's one of those things where it's like
that's wonderful.
Would you like
do
to?
You understand what you just did? I mean, It's amazing. They're
She scared the shit out of me. Come say hello.
Oh, hi, Fat Joy.
No, they can't hear you. Come in here.
It's for you.
No, well, come in the room.
I can.
These are friends. Come say hi to friends. George
hear.
hasn't seen you in 100 million years.
greetings, friends.
Hold on. Let me put the speakers on the speaker, and then
Speakers on the speaker.
wait.
Hello.
There.
Hello.
Wait, go a little lower. Go a little lower. There she is. Hi. How long has it been since you saw George? Was that in the apartment on 39th Street?
I think so.
Yeah.
About 20 years.
Only 20 years. Something like that. Yeah,
What's
here she is.
20 out of 35? Who cares?
I don't know. Yeah, we figured out George and I have known each other about 35 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, right?
that's a lot of time.
That's a whole adult.
That's a whole.
I mean, that's like
It's
an
a me.
adult with
That's a whole like could run for
children and a
president
mortgage.
adult.
It's-
Like since you guys met, my parents fucked and had me.
Ew.
And now I'm here, so
Yeah.
this is fine, right? Is
I
that
mean,
less ew?
Less so now.
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
And this is me, Scooty. I have
Oh, no, not
Scooty. It's me. I'm a good. It's me, Scooty. Breakout character.
Hey, Emily, you should hear this.
Oh, I have to go.
Before you go, will you do your shorzy for us,
Oh,
please?
please.
You're
yes.
a balls tug. No, I gotta go. Just for you.
I love you so much.
Yeah. Go on, Fat Joy. Love you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, go give your. Hey, how about you go give your balls a tug?
Hey. Fuck you, Jonesy. Your mom called and said she wanted to make sure that you took that medication so your eyes wouldn't water because she loves you. That's my girl, who does a
man.
surprisingly good early shorzy.
Oh man, yeah, which is a difference. By the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Let's see. Pew! Am I back in my earbuds? I think I am. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
she has agreed at some point to come on the live stream as a full-on guest.
Hope so.
I can't wait to see what questions you would ask her.
I think it should be like me, you, her, and Rowan. And
Oh, that'd be
George, you
good.
can come. You know her.
Yeah.
We have,
Yeah. Yeah. You've known her
6
longer than they have.
slots
Yeah.
in my
That is
free
true.
StreamYard. So as long as it's under 6, we're good.
Should we get Carrie on there too?
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
make
that'd be
it
great.
international.
Yeah, or Sean or Kyla, or Ron. I mean, honestly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We've had
if-
good guests.
We've had some really good guests.
And
I
you know
don't
what,
why you-
George?
Yeah, George, you are
You're
a guest that we've
fine
had.
too.
I'm middling at best. man.
You have much
You
like
don't.
myself.
You don't
niche
fit
that I
right
fill.
in at all.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah.
like myself, George, you are also in attendance.
Yeah, right. And which is the most we can promise
That's
to
like when our-
anyone watching this.
when
we
our mutual
will
friends-
show up,
We will be here,
And-
except when we're not.
except for when we're.
That's
not.
like our Jules and my mutual friends who Ilyami, Rob's band from the virtual open mic that you
Oh,
did
yeah.
on Monday. Rowan is the person who's kind of carried that on, and now Jules and I kind of co-hosted in tandem.
Yeah.
Well,
which we'll do like
Yeah.
in like
a few hours.
a broader thing over over on Monday. for
Yeah,
the
because it's the 200th one.
and so that's gonna be like 5 hours.
Yeah, if you're free, come on by.
Please just
Just
drop
sign up.
by, even
Yeah.
just to say hi. We
Yeah.
can like slot.
We're
we
trying
can
to get
give you
as
a
many
slot
people-
to just say hi.
Who've been there as possible,
not-
including my 12-year-old is planning to come. So
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
We're not turning people away, basically,
No,
unless
no,
we
no.
find out you're a bot, that
yeah.
wants to.
And
do-
even then, we might talk a little.
depends on the bot.
See on the bot.
What
If
if
you're a
hey,
sex bot,
ChatGPT may show up?
You could
Who
be a
knows?
sex bot.
Tune in.
I can hope. I can dream. No, but the band of those people,
Squarespace.
Ilyami, those people, they do a live from the lair thing that they've been doing as long as they've been doing these virtual open mics since March of 2020. And for one of them, they actually came to us in Erie and did it here, like in our living room. It exists on the internet. And they
seen
had
it.
Yeah, they had just come off of a tour. I just watched it the other day for the first time. And I felt the same way when I watched it as when it happened. They had just come off of a tour, and they were red hot. They were tight and as good as I've ever seen them. And we also participated. So I was messaging with Rob, and I'm like, for a group that was the first time we played in a year or whatever it was, I thought we acquitted ourselves nicely. But it's it is a fun thing. But yeah, they've been really good friends to us. Rowan came up for that. If he wasn't on yet, there was a run there. It kind of went Rob by himself for a while. Rob started to go crazy doing it himself. Rowan came on, and they started doing it together. And then after a while, Rob realized he couldn't do it anymore, so Rowan did it. And then I had been helping Rob, and then I helped Rowan for a while, and then everything fell out of the sky on my head. And then
I showed up.
Jules
Hello,
came
I'm
in
here. Because I'd been there for like a year at that point.
Yeah, and he's just like, and he went from like Chaos Demon to, no, I'll help out, so next person.
Right.
And,
but I still do Chaos stuff.
You
no,
do.
you've seen me today here.
Yeah.
I'm still the Joker.
Yeah,
we live in a society.
You're the worst, Jules. You're still the worst. It's so true. But yeah, but this is a weird thing. But that
this town indeed does need an enema.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, I'm gonna choke you.
I'm a Barry Keoghan or whatever my name is. I'm the other Joker. Hey.
Oh man, you know what?
What?
One of my favorite actors right now, by the way, that guy. Like,
he's on the new Hot Ones.
Couldn't be happier that he's the Joker.
Is he doing well? Yeah.
I mean, I saw The Green Knight the other day.
I haven't seen that. Is it good?
It's fine. He's great.
It's funny how that works, huh?
Yeah. Everything he's in, he's fucking amazing. Banshees of Inisherin, he was
very good in that.
He's
he was
fucking
kind of heartbreaking.
great.
Not a good movie. Not a good movie.
I like Martin McDonagh, so like I'm partial
He's
to
great.
like I like In Bruges. I like that.
There are some
uh,
great performances in a Why Did This Have to Happen movie?
Did he do Layer Cake? No, that was Matthew Vaughn. He did another movie that I really like. Oh, Seven Psychopaths. Yeah, I love that shit.
I choose to believe you.
Yeah. But like you know.
No, where I was going with that, George.
Yes.
Jules.
No, you in
Jules.
the back. Yes. Chris?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I hope you make it back to the Vom, because that is the reason that Jules and I became friends. We went from we went from like genuine adversaries to like, no, come now.
I don't remember. I take your word for it because I was in a place at that point.
We were all in places.
Yeah.
But then we went from whatever that was to spending for a while there several hours a week on the phone.
Something like that.
And then doing this in addition to it, and we're like, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of us will text the other one, and then
pretty much.
Yeah.
And then why Parliament though? Why the fuck? Why would he go to Parliament?
Dude, just wait.
Sense.
Just wait. It's good. It's. I promise.
Now I'm going to have to.
I was angry.
Get into
Peaky fucking blinders, mate.
And I loved the show. And not just for the clothes porn, like genuinely a good show.
Oh yeah, the costuming is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I know they won like some SAG stuff. I don't know, maybe like a Golden Globe or something. I don't think they won Emmys though, which is fucking wild. But like they were on around the same time as like Breaking Bad.
Is this are they still in a time where they don't quite get streamers for Emmys? Because I know it happens sometimes, but not all the time. You know what I mean?
But it's a BBC show.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like it was ported to Netflix for America. But I knew about it before.
Of course you did.
Before it was like it had they got the Netflix deal.
So I am not going to make the Irishman for you tonight, Jules.
Oh no.
I have to I'm sorry.
Oh no.
So sorry. But I did get to play a song, so that's nice. No, not Scooty. No, he's not. He's never hurt anybody.
Look, me and my buddy Benny, we just would scoot, along around at the town.
Not you, Scooty.
No, don't do that. You don't make fun of my accent. You don't talk about Bruno. Oh, I poop in my pants. Everybody see me poop my pants. I'm
Luca, a.k.a. Call Me By Your Fish Name.
Hey, man. I really like Luca. That is
Luca's good. I like Luca.
Is what made me create Scooty, is because
you can't blame that on Luca.
Yeah, I blame it on Luca. They just wanted a scooter. They just wanted to scoot around all the time.
They didn't want a scooter. They wanted a Vespa.
It's me. I'm a scooter.
Adesso.
I'm a scooty. I'm a motor scooter. I just want to scoot around all the time. That's
Now
my
I
dream.
hate Luca
It's a
because
good.
it brought that
Okay, I
on.
gotta go. I gotta scoot on out of here. Goodbye. That's
Oh,
Scooty.
it's the fucking
That's his whole
worst.
thing. Except he's a fucking war criminal. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll start doing this.
Scooty's
Hey, Scooty, you
problematic
shut the
past.
fuck up, Scooty.
I will because he is problem. Cancel Scooty. Hashtag. I'm gonna
Hashtag
get that. I'm
cancel
gonna
Scooty.
put that hashtag. Okay. We're gonna go. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, George.
George,
for,
thank you so much for
joining
doing
us.
this. I hope we didn't just talk your
And
ear off.
again,
No, this-
I'm so sorry.
So sorry on so
I'm
many
not-
levels. Why did I drag you into this?
Okay, so it's you,
You
right?
have your reasons, but I have only one thing to say to you after this, Chris. You better have the keys to that car.